Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be going over mainly just messing around with the new Mythic, Yasmine's chalice. Yasmine's chosen. Yasmine's chalice is an item, though that is not what was added. So we'll mess around with her. First, maybe mess around with a couple of the other 3.1 things. Actually, first things first, we still have dungeons to do. We gotta go kill through the dungeons for today. I'll do it in a little bit though. Gotta wait at least like 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure that everyone initially gets here. So let's just go and run a couple of the new Mythic then while we're waiting, and then we'll go do the little dungeons. If I can find where on earth it just was. I was literally just on it. There we go. This is so far still the best team I found with it. Even after testing it a bit more, I haven't really found anything much better than this. There's a couple other like kind of variants, but they all pretty much just come right back down to this, except for maybe like one troop or so switched out. But yeah, overall I would say this is the absolute best. Haven't really found anything that can outdo it yet. Okay, well, we'll go throw that down on the purple. And yeah, we're pretty much already won. Pretty much. Okay, what do we get rid of? Get rid of that blue right there for the extra turn. Get the thing going. Oh, he actually missed. Oh, how could I do such a thing? How could you do such a thing, Famine? Oh, no. That went bad. But now we're death marked. Watch us die to death mark. Okay, let's try this again. What do we put this on? Put it on a purple. Actually, we probably should have done on brown. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Put that down. 1, 2, 3. What did she say? I can't even hear what she says. I didn't turn the audio up. I just kind of knows it now. Let's see if we can hear it. Wait. Oh, they will feel my fury. That is what she says. Aha! Okay, I'll go lower that now. Probably really loud. Okay, options. Yeah, they will feel my fury is what she says. Anyways, back in the next battle. Hello! Also, let me say all the highs. Hello, Lockdown. Hello, Henny. Hello, Gillax. Hello, Cameron. Hello, Sly. Hello, 666 Potty. Hello, Player Daniels. Welcome all. Welcome. Also, essentially every variant of her uses Green Seer. There isn't a single team you'd really use with her that doesn't use Green Seer. It's just such ridiculously great value to use them both together that it doesn't really make sense to not do it. Okay, well, let's get an explosion on the board. So we could get a little bit more extra turns down there. Where do we have to throw right now? I guess on brown would be sufficient. Throw that down. Get ourselves a little bit more green on the board. 11. But we don't have any extra... Oh, no, we do have an extra turn we can take, so we will go for that. It's already fully entangled, but I can clear out like a little bit more of the board this way. And Green Seer. Oops, I already had a Green Seer, and I think I just ruined it. Well then. Trying to put more on the board. I keep putting less by trying to put more. There we go. Now that should definitely land. Okay, wow, we actually missed the extra turn other than that coming off the top. Oh, one thing I should be doing, though, which I'm actually not doing correctly right now, to do this team slightly better, you have to keep casting Web Spinner and then start casting this, because she has better value the less troops they have. Hello, Simple. Hello, Ajax. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Gary. Welcome as well. Yeah, we'll go do the dungeon battles soon. Mainly just waiting till everyone shows up. Because I know the notification thing has a delay on it. Some people get like a half an hour delay. We're not going to wait that long though. But we'll do a couple more battles, then go do the dungeons. I do have to say though, I saw it when I was playing the little beta thing too. Noticed it. These dungeons are way too easy for late game. Really hope they add a hard version of it or something to make it a little bit more challenging for late game people. It's probably really nice for mid game and early game. It's just this late in the game, they're just like a complete cakewalk. We've thrown the exact same team at every single one and it just got crushed just due to the stat difference. Where to move? I guess we'll just throw a Web Spinner. We'll probably most likely miss, but it gives us a better board. Or it'll give him famine, or it'll kill our Mythic. That's no. Why? We can still easily win. Web Spinner alone can solo it if it would get its mana. Come on, mana, we need you. You're almost there. You're almost there. Oh, I could have taken those yellows. Oh, never mind. We still got the extra turn. Perfect. We'll go take that. Web Spinner. Come on, Web Spinner. You got this. Web Spinner. Don't famine us. Okay, it's entangled. Oh, it's still entangled from the thing. Nice. She lives on with her entangle. Throw that down. Come on, we got this. Keep web spittering. One. Up, only one. One, and that's it. Well, we'll throw down the Brown Explosion. A few more of these down. Okay, one. Has it been reducing our magic? Yes, it has. I was wondering why we're doing so little damage. I think we're going to lose eventually because of that. It is possible to reach 0 damage with your web spinner, which is very annoying. Magic is a really decent counter to it. I mean, magic reduction. Very few things actually have it. But I think at this point we might as well just exit the battle. It's only 3 damage per thing, and it's going to be almost impossible to kill them at that point. Wow. Can I put the game sound down a bit? Oh, sorry. Did I not put it? Let's see. Where is it? Let me go put the master thing down. Right there. Okay, that should be a bit better now. Should be good. Okay. So let's go to the dungeons, I guess. On to dungeons. Drifting Sands dungeon. Well, let's go do them. We have, let's see, what 3 bonuses? Summons up to 3 spiders and is difficult to hit, so it probably is like evasion or something. King Bone Dragon strips armor and creates more skulls. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, King Bone Dragon is actually just Bone Dragon pre-nerf, which is kind of funny. And the Eternal Death gains extra life and casts more often. So let's go throw the standard team. You know what? Let's go throw the new team at it. Might as well. Let's go throw this at it every single time and see what happens. Hello, Illest Nerd Alive. Welcome. Whenever names are bunched together like that, I always mess it up. But yes, Illest Nerd Alive. Welcome. That has been a little while. Let's see. Yeah, console currently doesn't have this troop. It was only for PC mobile. I believe console's still a solid mythic behind. Might even be 2 mythics behind now. Can't remember if you guys got the other one yet. But yeah, you guys will be caught up soon. They're trying to do that within the next month or so. Get the console completely caught up. You guys will be getting the Urskea Kingdom really soon. So then you'll be a little bit behind. By the time you guys get Urskea, or PC Mobile is probably going to have Merlantis. So you'll then still be 1 kingdom behind even then. No, we didn't get the jewels. No, why must they be random? Hopefully we get it from at least one of them. Okay, right off the bat, take yellow, take brown or red surge. Got it. Wish I was a red. Could have gotten an extra turn. Oh well. Can't really change it. Pretty bad board. Let's go make it slightly better. That is very slightly better. And keep getting web spinners until they're within kill range of the AoE, or the split damage, I mean. There is a difference between the two. Skull Distract. We still could do, though it's not of a color we need to take. So let me just write this down. And then we'll just web spinner into it again. And that is match. Aw, poor Bone Dragon and all of these guys don't even get to do their ability. Yeah, these things are way too easy for late game. No, we didn't get jewels again. This last one better give me jewels. Let's see, what is this thing though? Death Mark, all enemies deal 30 damage randomly split among enemies boosted by life, 3 to 1. Is that exactly the same? Only steal 3 life instead of 2. Is that the only difference? Gains extra life and casts more often. How does it cast more often? Looks exactly the same. Maybe they forgot to lower his mana cost or something. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Outpost. Welcome. Is the new mythic in the event chest pool? No. The new mythic is not in event keys. It's only within the... basically every key except event keys, essentially. Every key except gold keys and event keys. They're in Glory, Gem, VIP, Guild, and those are all the keys. But yeah, they're not in events, and they're not in the gold keys, obviously. These gold keys only go up to rare. That loop. The amount of underestimation that I did of this mythic. Oh, finally we got the diamonds. Thank you. Well, at least we got it for one of them, so we hit the average. And because we still need them, let me go and buy this for the 50 gems. Definitely worth it. And let's go buy the $5 thing. Questionably worth it, but I'm still buying it on this day. Mainly because this is probably going to be one of the last ones I buy other than the diamonds, which we're going to be needing for some videos soon. The main reason I'm still buying this one is we needed red, we needed yellow, we needed purple. And the reason I'm doing it is actually something that we can craft right now. So let's go into Soulforge, and there is a weapon I need. Dun dun dun. Which one's better? Let's go for the, where'd it go? They're hiding from me. There it is. Oh, they're all together now. I think they changed that from earlier. Before they were all separated. But this one right here is what we need. And we do have the ability to craft it now. We do have everything we need. And we also have the red for this one. We just need slightly more purple now. I think we're like 200 short. I'm not going to bother using shards for that, though. That'd be a waste. Shards, from what I can tell, should only ever be converted into jewels. I mean, into diamonds, and never into anything else. But let's go get this thing. Soul of Zaxxenos, or however you say that. Craft. Craft one soul of Zaxxenos. Zaxxenos. Something. Whatever that word is. There it is. One soul of Zaxxenos. There we go. Okay. And now we're only missing one piece of the Exodia. No. We're missing the, where'd it go? Oh, I moved all the way to the bottom. That's weird. Now it shifted order all over again. But now we just need this thing. And once we get this, we can then craft the new mythic, which will be showing in a couple weeks. Or whenever we can finally craft them. Let's see. Troops. Scroll down. This guy. So we have this now. Boom. We have this thing. Now we just need the heart and the jewels. And then we're good to go. Jewels, we are very, very far away on. But of course, all of our shards will be converted into jewels for that purpose. So yeah. Now we just need to get a lot of jewels. Because we'll just get this pretty soon. Actually, we have everything for it. We just need the purple. We need one more purple day to hit. And on that purple day, we will then have enough to go and craft it. Yeah, I don't think I need to buy the $5 pack anymore, unless it's the Jewel Day. On Jewel Day, we'll buy it. On all these color days, I don't think we need to bother anymore. Actually, on almost all of them, I probably didn't even need to bother to begin with. But I figured I'd do it a few times. Speeds us up slightly. Hello, Belden. Hello, McCoy. Hello, Henny. Oh, you already were here. Let's see. You were up against a team in PvP, the Forest Troll and 3 of the new Mythic. Was a good team. Oh, that probably would be pretty devastating. Unfortunately, there's no chance of me ever getting 3 of it. Especially with the new crafting system. Like, one of my plans was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna craft like 4 of every mythic. Nope. That's not happening. That is not happening. There's no way to expedite it much, getting the jewels. It's gonna take forever to really get most of them. Okay, we'll move that over. Also, I was kind of disappointed. We didn't end up getting any Autumn Imps during the key opening earlier today. Now I probably won't be able to get it to Mythic for a very, very, very long time. Luckily, it's not associated with a kingdom, but still. Yeah. Also, that's funny. I just got a trading card thing from Steam. Because every, I think it's $8 or $9 that you spend on a Steam game, you get like a little trading card thing. Worth about like 10 cents or so. So basically every $9 you spend, you get like 10 cents back. Which is obviously almost nothing, but hey, better than nothing. It could be literally nothing. That's actually a slight benefit. I mentioned that in the video thing earlier, but if any of you haven't already been doing it, it's actually more cost efficient to buy every purchase you ever do. If you're playing on PC or mobile, it is more efficient to always buy on PC. Because you end up getting like a few cents back on every purchase you do, assuming that the price is the same for both. Because sometimes there's a different localization on the mobile version compared to the PC version. But assuming they're both the same price, it's actually slightly cheaper to do it on PC. Let's see. Oh, and that's the match. You had a great dungeon run today. 20 diamonds. I mean, 50 diamonds. Really nice. Wow. That is a lot of diamonds. Wait, how do you get 50? I thought it was 20 every battle. Wait, isn't it 20 every battle? I forget. Dungeon. Yeah, how on earth do you get 50? It gives 20 every time you get a drop. You would have to have either 20, 40, or 60 would be your total that you get. So far, I've gotten 20 every day, which is the average of what you should be getting. But there have been people that have been getting like 0 almost every day. Or 0. 0 or 0. It is technically possible to get 60 in a day. I'm not quite sure if anyone has done that yet. Well, obviously someone has. But I don't know. Has anyone in chat right now, have any of you gotten 60 diamonds in one day yet? So far, every single day I've gotten 20 on the dots, not counting everything from the gem bounty and the daily gems, just from the actual battles themselves. I have gotten 20 every single time for the day, which has brought us up to a total now. Because we're doing the 20, the 50, and then the other thing. I think it's 90 per day. So I'm not going to be buying the $5 pack and only on diamond days for the rest of the times. I only need to get the initial colors started, so we would have enough to get those weapons, the one of which I already just bought. I'll be doing a video soon once the next purple day comes on the 3 Extinos weapons. And then probably like 2 weeks after, we'll be able to do a video on Extinos himself. Throw that down, throw a web spinner down, throw another web spinner down, and move that down. Get yourself more greens. Get yourself even more greens. Oh, wow. Suggestions for Wisp team counters? A lot of mana drain. Leshy. Leshy is actually probably the funniest counter that you could ever use against it. Everyone pretty much has a Leshy. It's a common, so you probably have it. This thing. It might seem a little weird, but put this in first slot, and then put 3 troops on the team that do not have immune to Entangle. What this will do is entangle all allies and all enemies. Surprisingly, the aspect that you need of this is entangle all allies. This will entangle everything other than himself, unless you don't have his trait, in which case it will entangle him too. That could actually be somewhat strategic in not giving him traits in order to be able to entangle himself. But yeah, he'll entangle all of your allies that don't have immunity to entangle, and this will essentially make it so the enemy Wisp will not be able to do any damage to you. Because if it charms something that has 0 attack, it's going to do 0 damage. Leshy is low-key probably the strongest Wisp counter in the game. I know a lot of people probably don't use him for that purpose, or even at all. But that's probably his greatest purpose he has, is for a Wisp counter right now. Other than that, just standard mana drain and stuff like that, or just kill it pretty quick. Generally, when a Wisp is used on the team, it's used within like the upfront slots, kind of, because they're using the rest of their slots for other stuff. So if you just rush them down with like scroll spam or something, that can also work pretty decently. Not with attack buffs on your team, but you know, just with standard scroll spam. Obviously, you don't want to attack buff against a Wisp. Where to move? We need a better board. Go get ourselves a better board. Okay, so we'll go and green sear this thing. That going. Web spinner. And keep spamming this thing out. No, the miss! Okay, he'll just poke us. Just like that. He'll do his thing. Get his little mana drain off. What else do we need? That will give him 5 times yellow. We do not want to do that. Let's take some greens, I guess. That will give us reds, though. That will not actually get us full mana, even if we surged. Oh no! Famine! Why? Okay, let's take some greens. He'll die. So we'll go on green sear then. No! Okay, well, at least we got to kill the Scion in this stuff. That works. If I take this, he'll definitely take the yellow. So I'm not even going to bother. We'll just move the brown so he doesn't get it. We'll take the yellow and hopefully have alignment this turn. Do we have alignment? No? It looks like a no, which is bad. We might just still have to throw it, though. That or hope for brown surge. No! But now we have alignment. We can do it on purple. We'll do that. Get that down. Come on, Yasmine's chosen. You're 1 mana away. So close. It's so far away. There we go. And that's almost team wipe right there. Oh, it missed. Oh, famine! Stop it. Okay, we can actually lose this battle still. Stop it, famine. What are you doing to us? Okay, we'll take that, and take a skull, I guess. We don't really have many choices right now. Take another skull. And now we just have to deal with that thing, which is about to summon. Don't have any explosion that we can take. So we'll probably just go for the green sphere, yeah. Actually taking the suggested move for once. So move that over. And what do we need to cast right here? Probably on red. We'll get that down. Get ourselves some brown mana back from it as well. We can clear the board if we wanted to. Probably move that first. And oh, might as well move that too. And now we'll probably go for the board clear. Do it on a blue. Don't want to get all those greens off the board. Need to keep them there. Perfect. And a smash. Is there a better chance in getting arcane trait stones if you raise the difficulty? No. The chance of getting every single trait stone is exactly the same everywhere, with the only exception being within Explorer. When exploring in the kingdom, it has a slightly higher rate. The drop rate of runic trait stones have a 2x rate, and arcane and celestial trait stones have a 3x rate. Also, celestial trait stones are actually somewhat useful now due to their use within the crafting system. So if you have excess of them, it's not actually that bad anymore. Before it was like, oh, we just have this gigantic celestial trait stone stack that's doing nothing. But now you need them to be able to craft legends and mythics, with the exception being Xenos, which I don't believe requires either of them. I believe it's also used for some of the hero weapons, if I'm not mistaken. If we go over to Soulforge and go over to the weapons, I'm pretty sure some of these require celestials. Yeah, actually almost all of them do. We already crafted this one. That one required it. This one will need it when we do it. They require 3 celestials each. These other epic related ones are 2 celestial each, so you would never need to actually crate them. This other one also requires 3. Yeah, a good majority of the ones you actually need to get require 3 of those little trait stones. Oh, this one uses pure red. You know, I might actually craft this, because we're going to be getting the weapon soon, eventually anyways. Let me see. We need that, that, and that. Yellow, I already did. So I only spare yellow. Oh, you know what? I might be able to do both of these at about the same time. I might be able to do like a whole weapon video or something. I'll probably do it in sections. I'll probably do... let's see. The sections that we'll probably do it in is... we'll section out the 3 Xenos weapons, which will be the first ones I get. All I need now is another purple day, and we'll have all 3 of them. And then we'll do the 3 that are used to make the Dawnbringer, which are the Broken Guard, the Shattered Blade, and the Dawnstone, which we can actually crate right now. Is there anything else I actually need to do with my reds? I don't believe there is. I'll probably regret it if I go and spend it on it. Let me see. Oh, yes, I would, because I need the Heart of Xenos. Never mind, I can't use my reds yet. Not yet, because that's more important to get that one first. But yeah, we need the Dawnstone, the Shattered Blade, and the Broken Guard would all be their own video. And then the separate videos would be for that expensive Dawnbringer and the Xenos Mythic. Also, this thing, it takes at least 50 hours. If you're using a standard soul farming team, it takes 50 hours of playing the game of constant soul farming in order to be able to afford 1 million souls. That's a very high number. With the absolute best soul farming team in the game, it actually even still takes about 20 hours. And that's with Triple Farish Raw Valkyrie. It actually costs 1.3 million souls. The total price tag of this weapon is insane. I think it's 12 Celestial Trait Stones, 1.3 million souls, and some amount of gems, and 350 gems. And on top of that, it also requires the 400 of each of these 3 little shard things. Though those will actually be pretty easy to get for the most part. But it's mainly that soul. It's mainly that soul value that's insane on it. It's manageable, just pretty high, given how average the weapon is. It's kind of above average, but it's not so above average that it's like, oh, we have to go and get it. No, it's kind of just like, why on earth would you do that? We're going to do it, but no time soon. It's going to be it's not a high priority, that's for sure. It will be done. We're just not going to be rushing it in any way, shape, or form. Hello, Bloodstained. Welcome. May someone remind you which flag to use for Vinoxia and Nerorial Shegra? You would end up using a... You'd probably just go green-purple. That or go for a +2 blue. Either of the two. Green-purple or +2 blue. Depends what you want to focus. Either Vinoxia's or the Lady or Nerorial. Let's see. Go throw the web spinner first. Get that down. Get another web spinner down. Get another web. Oh, never mind. We can't do another one. Keep spamming all the web spinner. No. We'll just throw down Yasmine. And another web spinner. No! How do you miss that board? Oh, these famines. Famine needs to not exist. That was my fault on the bottom there. Wow. Okay. Well, let's try rebuilding our mana before we die again. Triple damage, go. No, don't even think about it. Oh, come on. He got his mana from taking the skull. Really? Well, we'll leave that purple there deliberately. I need to take it for next turn. So he'll do his little thing, his little poke. Wow, we actually got full mana right there. And that was almost enough to kill. And it is enough to kill. And there we go. Can I show a new Mythic? You came late? Yes. We're showing the new Mythic right now. But yeah, if you guys want me to do any teams with it in particular, feel free. This is just the best one that I'm aware of. So I figured I'd show it for a little bit. But if there's a different one that you guys want me to mess around with, just let me know. Oops. Okay. Brown Surge, probably your best bet, so we'll go for that. And we'll throw down the web spinner, get it going. Didn't get an extra turn, and he already got the double blue. And he did indeed land it. Oh no, he got his infinite loop. Oh no. Oh no, he got the devour. Okay, we gotta win it off a web spinner now. Oh, thank you, Scene, for you subscribe. Much appreciated. I think we just lost his loop for good before ours. We'll have to win off a web spinner skulls at this point. Okay, can you... Never mind, we can't do that now either. Well, I think we just lost. If we accidentally hit a skull, we're almost going to kill ourselves just from the reflect damage. Let's see, get that. It's barely alive. Let's see. It's dead like any second now. It can't even take the skull because it's going to kill itself pretty much. Miss. Good. Not you. Okay. What's our chance of winning here? We'd have to extra turn off this explosion. There's not an extra turn off the explosion. Oh well. If we would have, we actually would have won. Those infinite loops are so vicious right now. Oops, and here's a freeze spam. You know what? I haven't actually bothered using it against freeze yet. Freeze would be one of the worst things to use this against. As we're using it against it. I'm just seeing how it goes though. Because it's actually the first time I'm bothering to run it against it. Oh, and we're already frozen. Luckily it's not on something important. That one is though. Yep, there goes Queen Mab. Throw this down. Of course we can't get extra turn because we're frozen on it. It'll core vash us, and it's already down to almost 0 HP. Yeah, let's not use this against a freeze again. Really bad idea. That was obviously to be expected. But yes, it is a very, very bad idea. Okay, we're cleansed on 1, though it's not really too relevant. Well, I guess it is, because it's the green one. Actually, it is a bit relevant. Go move that over. Didn't get full mana, though. Actually, we're not even close. We need to go get the Ragnarok up. Be the easier way to do it. We get the explosion, extra turn, come on. Skull distract somehow, nope. Okay, this needs to land, even if it does though, like it did. We're frozen at the moment. And yeah, we're not gonna be able to get through it then. And it's just gonna get destroyed by it. Yep, this is basically what console Justice Team is like. Though it's kind of our fault for using a spam team against a anti-spam team. That's never gonna end well. Even if it wasn't for this. Let's see, we still have a chance, it's not over yet. He's entangled on first slot, so we can just let him take the skull there. Come on, infinite loop. Let's see it happen. Let's see you. Web spinner can do it. Let's see you do it now. What do we move? Take that into blue. Oh, then again, we don't need blue, do we? I feel like I'm like using a web spinner right now. I keep forgetting. Completely different colors. That'd be insane if we can actually get away with this. Let's see. It's entangled right now, so we might be able to. There's a skull distract sitting there. I'll be able to use. I want to try taking not green to get it to full mana. It doesn't appear we have another option though. So we'll just go for the green. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. Just kill one Queen Mab. You're almost there. One single kill. Okay, we'll probably take this and hope for a green. Nope. Come on, 3 HP, you got this. You got this. Right into brown? That's really risky on the skull. Come on. What do we need to move? I might just need to try to bait it into taking a skull for us. Or giving us a skull, I mean. Okay, we'll move that over. Got it. There we go. There we go. Well, that was a lot closer than it needed to be. Now Crusher, now Basher, now Smasher, now Kill him. On Mugger, on Thugger, on Psycho, and Blitzen. That was the flavor text for Ragnagord. I almost forgot about that. Also, what's hers? I forgot what it was. Let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't show me on this menu. It doesn't show me on this menu either. Okay. I know what menu it does though. It shows us if we do it here. Choose wisely. What does that have reference to? Yasmine's chosen. That or it could be the fact that it says chosen in her name. Also, hello Jesse. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Will shards be available in guild tasks? Yes. No. Shards won't be. Diamonds will be. Which kind of doesn't make much sense. It does and it doesn't. Because shards are used to make literally everything. So why wouldn't you just use add shards instead? But I'm fine with that because jewels are what I was going to convert them into anyways. But yeah, it's a little bit of a weird design decision. There's a lot of weird things in this patch that just seem slightly odd. And one of those is that. Like, I don't know why they didn't make shards more easy to obtain. Not all jewels in general, just shards. Because if you make shards easier, then you can just craft anything that you want from them. And that's kind of the point of the crafting system. Because with shards, you can transform them into whatever you want. But I believe the way they did it on guild tasks is you're going to get diamonds, which is nice because most people do need diamonds. But why not just give shards and give the opportunity to choose what you want instead of being forced into diamonds? Of course, like 95% of people, probably even more, are going to want the diamonds more than the little other ones anyways. But still, at least give the choice. Plus, that would be a way for them to get souls out of the economy as well. Because if they gave shards, it would require souls to be able to use those shards. Whereas if they just give diamonds, you don't need any additional souls. They're already in diamonds, so you don't need to divert them. Let's see. Where to go? We'll go and web spinner to Yasmine's. I feel like I keep saying her name wrong. I probably am. I wouldn't be surprised. Artima team? Oh yeah. You know what? I actually haven't used Artima since she got reworked. Yeah, let me go do that. Let's go do Artima in the standard skull spam. Let's see if it's actually more viable than what's his name? I forget what he's called. The Ursica that I used to use. It was this team, if I'm not mistaken. It was Artima. Oops, if I could type art. Artima, a Apothecary. Apothecary also got buffed, though it's not normally that noticeable. But she now has, instead of just immune to poison, she now has immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, and devour. The biggest two of those, or three of those, being stun, death mark, and devour, are going to come in handy. Particularly since on this team she's also used in second slot, so if you're using Corvash. This visual glitch keeps happening. Really annoying. Luckily I already know. It's basically like figure out which troop is which kind of thing. That would be a fun minigame. Just keep doing this glitch and try to figure out as quickly as possible which one is the real one. Though you could cheat by just looking at the name, but looking at just their mana and just looking at their mana and maybe their traits, figure out like which one is the real one if we keep doing that for different things. So let's see if we can type in dragon and get it to occur. The dragon soul. Oh, I have no clue what specifically triggers that glitch. I have gotten it to trigger at least 6 times now. Yeah, I still don't know what triggers it other than searching like a word. Let's see if we go and try this again. Edit team. Nope. Quite sure what it sometimes likes to trigger, sometimes it doesn't want to do it. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's keep building this team. Watch, it's gonna happen as we're building the rest of it. Let's see, Shegra. Oh, there's only one troop that can even come up, so put the Shegra in. Go with the Apothecary banner. Standard green blue. And we're good to go. Okay. So let's go see how this goes. Buffed up our Teema. It is a possible replacement to Gorgolfa now for the first time ever. Because now with a 15 mana cost, it has the same mana cost. It also now has excessively decent damage. Excessively decent. No, it's, let's see. How much damage is that total? If you were to run 4 centaurs, that would be, let's see, 20, 20, 40. Yeah, 2020, right? Never mind. Where am I getting 2020 from? It's 20. Yeah, it's 20, then 28. Oh, no, I see why it's 2020. So, yeah, it's 20, 20, 40, 40, 56, 56, 96. It deals 96 total damage with a full centaur thing. With only her and no centaurs, it is a total of 66 damage. Okay, so 66 damage. 2 33s is how much it is. So if we throw this down, that'll be 2 33s. Where do we move this? I need to try putting alignment to next turn. There we go, right on green. And now we can either go for the kill out the weakest, or just go for the standard skull spam. And we'll just go for that. And of course, we do have the true damage chance. She has a how much is it? 50%, I believe. Yeah, 50% chance that she'll end up getting that true damage down. Not to mention, she also has that agile, so we don't need to worry about her actually dying to skulls. It's still possible that she will, but it's a lot less likely for her to do so. So that's kind of nice. Okay, throw down another Keeper Souls, and pretty much be good to go from there. Don't really foresee us losing at this point. And let's match. There we go. So yeah, she works pretty well. Definitely in skull-oriented teams, it's definitely a replacement to Gorgolfa. In mana generating teams, not so much though, obviously, because Gorgolfa is still an amazing mana generator that hasn't changed. Yeah, I said 66. Didn't I say 66? Yeah, she gains additional 10 because of the boost ratio off of herself. She gains 5 additional damage per centaur, and she is indeed a centaur. And anything that has a boost ratio, as weird as it may seem sometimes with how it is, it does boost based on itself. It's weird that it's just not automatically like part of its ability or something like that. But yeah, so a couple of troops are a little bit weird like that. Artema's one of them. Dragon Soul is one of them. Even though a Dragon Soul does 8 damage, it technically always does 11 because it has a boost ratio off of dragons, and since it is a dragon, it boosts off of itself. So even though it says a lower damage, it's technically always slightly higher since it has that self boost. Also, one nice thing about this too is we have a 40% chance. We didn't get a trigger there, but we do have a 40% chance that if Scion is going to hit us with a skull, that we will actually dodge it. And when you dodge with Agile or Dexterity, you actually don't take the on-skull effect, so we wouldn't end up getting the mana drain, which would be nice. Or he wouldn't end up getting the mana drain, I should say. Oh, come on. Why can't we drop anything? I feel like I always miss the moves whenever trying to use a ability like this. I find it a lot easier to use in a column explode than a row explode. I'm not quite sure why. Just the way that I look at the board, it's just a lot easier for me to see the column than the row. I believe there's nothing we can do with a row explode particularly, but we'll just do it for mana to get it up. Nothing else we can throw an Apothecary on it. No, come on, dodge at least one skull. Your whole point is to dodge skulls, and you haven't dodged a single one. That or I haven't been noticing you dodging any. Okay, ideally we don't want to get rid of brown, but kind of had to there. Really bad situation. Okay, we got a white. White did kind of get nerfed, not really. On the context of a Keeper of Souls on your team, it actually got buffed. But if you're starting with a white on your team, it got nerfed. If you're summoning off a Keeper of Souls, it got buffed. The reason for this is it no longer has Fire Spirit, which gave it a bunch of extra magic, which synergized really well with its ability and everything, because it would gain extra life. It would do more true damage and it would gain extra souls. But now its trait, this trait, even once summoned after the fact, still triggers, which I guess was one of the kind of other reasons why they did it on this particular trait instead of over like life drain or something. So now all 3 of White's traits trigger even once it's summoned. So that's kind of nice, at least in the context of a Keeper of Souls. In the context of starting with a white, you never start with a white anymore. There were some instances before where you could get away with it. Like, the most notable one would be early game running Miststalker plus white. It's still possible, but not as strong as it was before. It seems like a really weird thing to nerf. It wasn't really done with the intention of nerfing this in per se. It was just something that they ended up kind of tweaking. Because, of course, they gave every single undead that trait, and they had to remove some kind of trait to do it for everyone. Also, why on earth is this battle going so horribly? We'll go take the brown right there. Another white. Good job. Keep getting those whites. The white wall. Where do we move? We could try for the red into blue. Nothing else, I'll give us white again. Keep getting those whites. Well, let's try getting this thing killed. Nothing else. Maybe we could kill it with true damage. We could keep killing his summons and then kill it that way. Who knows? But we'll move that over. He'll do his thing. This is not lucky Neppers. He does not have enough damage to kill us, luckily. Though, nor do we have enough to kill him. And he's also blocking me on red. My own white. So he's kind of in the way of me doing anything right now. I don't really even want to take a skull. It almost seems pointless at this point. So we will have to take a skull now just so he doesn't kill us. And he still kills us. And now all we have is Shegra, which is going to do almost nothing. Because even if we get a nice Shegra cast, it's only going to kill like 1 or 2 of them. And down it goes. So that definitely backfired pretty quickly. Yeah, Wisps are really annoying right now. Double Wisp and Mana Drain. The 2 probably most annoying teams to face right now. Oh, and Queen Map stuff. Can you target a specific mythic in the Soulforge? Yes and no. Yes if it's available, no if it's not available. There are 4 mythics and 4 legends that run every single week. If you have the resources to craft it and it happens to be there, then you can craft it. If it happens to not be there, then you can't craft it that particular week. This current week is Dragon Soul, Farish Ra, and I have no clue what the other ones were, but they were completely irrelevant. Though the only problem with that is they have 2 of the absolute best troops they can possibly craft, but no one actually has the resources to craft either of them. So that was a really weird design decision. I don't know if it was just completely random and it happened to be like that. But yeah, the 2 best troops in the entire game to craft are craftable on the first week when no one has the resources to be able to craft either of them. Though it would be good for explaining my video later today when I go over that. Like what's the best things to craft. It kind of works out kind of nice because both of the 2 best things to craft in the entire game are actually available right now. The only problem is, like I said, no one can actually craft them because no one has the resources to do so. It's impossible. Oh, hey, we finally have alignment. There we go. Actually, double alignment. I didn't see the skull over there. I was doing it for the brown, actually. But we'll go take the blue. Go and get our convert. And I guess just poke them. Cast already. There we go. And a smash. Don't even need the Artima, but we shall throw it because why not? Flip the screen 90 degrees. What? Was that just something we said earlier? Oh yeah. Oh, you were talking about how to do the thing. That's funny. Yeah, I actually couldn't do that with a PC, but yeah, that's kind of funny. You're right. I would probably be able to see that better if I like tilted my head over. I didn't think about that. That's actually a pretty good idea. Though that would actually that kind of wouldn't work. Yeah, never mind. That is a good idea, but it wouldn't work in the case that even if I tilt my head, the way that the gems are spawning to the board is from a different angle. Because if I tilted my head, it would be coming from the side instead of from the top, which would be different. Because I'm used to gems falling by the side. Okay, can people stop using wisps? Wisps are going to become more annoying than mana drain soon. I don't want to have to start using a Leshy. That or a natural wisp counter, which would be just mana drain spam, which is even more annoying than having to use a Leshy. Oh, why'd I give him red? Oh well, at least we got all of the mana we need. Oh, he didn't even go for it either. Okay, where to move? I guess we throw for Shegra. And we do get it. Though we did undo our browns, unfortunately. We can go for a skull. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, we can still go for it too. Unless we... Yeah, let's go for it now. The true damage isn't really helping us that much, though, that she has. I feel like it's doing very little impact. And we'll go throw this down with something. Looks like we do it on brown, unfortunately. Definitely the last color we'd want to hit with that, but better than nothing. Is this enough damage? I do not believe it is. Let's see. How do we go about this? How many skulls is that? That would be 33. 34, 35, 36. Oh, that's way more than enough. Yeah, that's way more than enough. I don't even know why I bothered starting to count. That was way more. That was like at least an 8 damage overkill. Not to mention it's burned as well. That's bad. Vodka. This isn't vodka. It's a Pepsi. You can only make the vodka joke if I'm drinking the water. There we go. Vodka. No, I don't drink. There we go. No more water. Oh, that might be a problem. I need to go get another water later. We're out of water. Water down. I also missed the garbage can fail, but I'm out of water. I'll grab more later. Anyways, but yeah, our team is okay. I'm still going to mainly be using Gorgolfa, but now at least depending on what kind of shifts happen within the game, Artima could become a little bit better. As of this current moment in time, Skull Spam isn't really particularly good. But once it starts becoming better than casting, she will make probably a comeback into the game. She never actually was ever better than Gorgolfa. After her change now, she of course is, in some instances. But Skulls just aren't used enough for her to be viable right now. The two biggest things that she's good against is she's good against enemy Skull Spam, and she's good for cleanup, particularly with an all centaur team, doing something like the like an Artima with a Astral Spirit and stuff like that, with a Stargazer going into a one-shot 50% chance thing, stuff like that. If Wisp dies off, and if Skull Spam makes a comeback, that is when she'll come back. But as long as Wisp is decent, and as long as Skull Spam isn't really used, she will never really be that used, even with the buff that she just got. But she does have potential. It's just the meta isn't really for what she does. But as it shifts, it will shift into her eventually. Are consoles ever going to get the Divine Fields event? Which one? The one that has Artima and everything? Have you guys not gotten it? Yeah, you guys should be getting it within the next week or so. I know over the next month or two, they were going to try catching the console version 100% up to the PC mobile. So hopefully that'll happen soon. That was something they were trying for last year, but they're definitely going to be able to do it by this year. Oops, why'd I use this team? I'm using my standard team. Watch it still fail. I feel like almost every team these days can actually fail pretty easily, if you're not careful. Okay, well, let's go and get rid of blue, get a little bit of mana there. Throw down another one. How about this time on the brown? Actually, red would have probably been a pretty good color there. Do we not have a drop? It does not appear that we have a good drop right now. Oh, never mind. We have the standard green. But that works too. Didn't actually see that over there. And yeah, we'll just go for the poke. And down he goes. Make a centaur team with Artima. A Centaur. Centaur. What is a Centaur? What is the Centaur of which you speak? They need to move that thingy. Centaur. Are you talking about an all Centaur team? By Centaur? Why does this thing just pop up twice? What are you doing? But yeah, we can make an all Centaur team out of Artima. Could do it real quick. It would end up being a Stargazer, Astral Spirit, and I forgot what the last slot would have to be. I believe it's Ragnagord. Then again, I don't believe that. No, I think he counts as a Centaur. If he does, then it's definitely Ragnagord. Nope, he's actually not Centaur. Never mind. What's our other option then? Centaur. What do we need? Anthea, no. Let's see. Artima, yes. Voltorus, maybe, though not really needed. Herdmaster would be okay. Let's see. So that would be the order then, I think. So Artima, Herdmaster, Astral, Stargazer. Could also double up on the Stargazer. Could also go Orion if we wanted to. But I think we'll stick with this. Go for the Herd, get the Artima, go for the Astral Spirit thing, go for the pokes, go from there. You don't do anything relevant, right? No, you don't do anything relevant. So yeah, we'll roll with this. Go with a double purple banner, a +2 purple just to rush up Herd, and go from there. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Let's see if we get destroyed. We have a double startup where we can actually do quite a bit of control on the board right now. So first things first, we'll go and get rid of... Yeah, we'll go get the attack buff immediately, just so we can go into one-shot range. No, you didn't hit it. Okay, well, we'll just Astral Spirit it for cleanup then. And just keep removing everything we don't use. Aw, we could have gotten a skull there if it didn't ruin it for us. Go take the poke. Move that over. Getting our Stargaze into it. Okay, now it's definitely going to one-shot everything it touches. We don't even need it to hit true damage. It's just naturally going to one-shot. Oh, come on. I didn't see you were frozen on that, but oh well. Oh, wait. How do we not one-shot? Okay, well, I did this then. Fine. There. And what else? Astral Spirit. Is that enough damage? No, 25 only. And then we can Artima for the kill. Yeah, that's essentially what the all-Centaur would be right now. I feel like we could have something slightly better than Herdmaster there. There really isn't another option at the moment, though. Yeah, we could try Voltorus. It would cover more color, but it wouldn't really synergize much with what we were using. It would cover the addition of red, but I'd rather have the extra mana from Herdmaster. It also has cleanse in case we start getting frozen and stuff, and other negative stats effects. So just right into the attack buff. Let it poke us. Oh, for a second I was gonna say, how did it not get silenced? I forgot. It's not actually. Silent one is its first slot. Let's go and remove a color we don't use. It did just give it a lot of yellow though, and I don't believe we have any immune to silence, so that is really bad. That is really, really bad. Also, with how the AI is now, I believe it's smart enough to cast Silent One. Never mind, I lied. It is not smart enough to cast Silent One first, so that's good. The only problem is, I really wish Herdmaster still had Impervious. He used to be the best counter to Silent One when he initially got that. Silent One indirectly, even though he wasn't used at the time, got a ridiculously huge buff when Herdmaster lost his immunity. Okay, good. He did not devour there. We'll go get Stargazer for an attack buff. That gives us Herdmaster for the cleanse. Boom. Okay, so we'll go get rid of our purple just to get the kill real quick. And now that we got the kill, we'll just throw a little bit of damage down. Oh, probably should have taken those greens first. Oh, never mind. We got that out of it. Nice. And we did hit the true damage there. It does go for the kill. We'll go cleanse the death marks. Still have an okay attack value. If nothing else, we could start buffing him too. But we'll go for that so we can Astral Spirit kill. Actually, then again, that will not be enough damage. We'll just take the skull then. And then we'll go and give it some Astral. We'll do that. Give it attack buff so it can go into one-shot range. The only problem with that, though, is it could just naturally die to damage. We do not want to get rid of yellow. Let's get rid of that. Let it do its thing. It does get it devoured. That is really bad. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to work out this time around. All Centaur was never really that good. There's a couple like synergies that you can do, like Stargazer into Orion and Stargazer into Artima. But that's about the entire kingdom, is that premise. Doing a Stargazer into one of those and then hoping it goes well. You can do it with Skull Spam though. Like if you were to do like Orion, a Stargazer, and then like 2 non-Centaurs for Skull Spamming purposes, it would work decently. But yeah, all Centaur is definitely not the greatest, that is for sure. Where do we move? Do we even have a remotely possible chance of winning? I guess it's still a very small chance. Now it's none. Nope, he casts, we die. That is match. Well then. Go back to the web. Get those greens going. Hello, William. Hello, Ross. Welcome. So if anyone has any other questions, teams you want me to go over, anything in general that you want me to go over, let me know. We'll have a redeem code in about half an hour to about an hour or so. And we'll have another one later on as well. What to move. Okay. Also, I haven't tried the new weapon that we got yet either. The one I ended up just crafting. On the next purple day, I'll be able to show all 3 of them together. And hopefully figure out some teams for them. Let's see. Well, we'll go through it on blue. Throw that down. Throw! Go! I choose you. Now go. There we go. Feels good when it works correctly. Problem is, it doesn't always work correctly. Do a dwarf team? You mean buff dwarves team? All dwarves or just a dwarf in general? I actually haven't bothered using the new dwarf since he got buffed. The dwarf. The dwarf miner. He's an interesting new concept. He destroys 18 gems of a chosen color, and then a 40% chance to gain 100 gold. It's basically Tyree, except for gold only. And a very, very large amount of gold. What's interesting, though, is he has Impervious. I'm not quite sure if we'll actually need Impervious for this battle. Yeah, let's go make all dwarves, I guess. Let's see, dwarf. Well, we're under dwarves. We'll obviously need High Forge. What else? But did this one get buffed? I know Lord Ironbeard did. Okay. Who do we go with then with it for the rest if we were to go all dwarves? Wait, why can't I go down anymore? Are there that few of options? Dwarven Gate does count, so I guess we could always just go double Dwarven Gates. Cheese it like crazy. That or go Apothecary instead and kind of go down that route. Get the Apothecary kind of going. You know what? Let's go the Apothecary route. Put that on the team. And then we just need like one other option to go put down. Who would be sufficient? It would depend if they're using all reds or not. And that's not really too worth it unless we can get a good armor value on it. So if we start damaging the other ones, it would kind of work, I guess. Yeah, let's just go with it, I guess. Throw that down. We're only using like, what, 4 colors? Yeah, 4 colors. But we'll go throw this on a green-blue and see what we can do out of this. Green-blue, green-blue, green-blue. Yeah, I don't think all dwarf is really still worth it yet. But some of the dwarves are now worth using. Like Dwarven Miner is actually really decent now, surprisingly. It basically became a impervious Tyree overnight. Can I make a team with 10,000? It is currently impossible to have a 10,000 team score. or maybe not impossible. There's only, I think, one person in the entire game who can do that, and I'm not even certain that he can. And that is Techni, who is level 1,500 something. Because currently my team score that I have right now, other than my hero level, is as high as it can possibly be. I believe every few hero levels, your team score goes up by like 1 or 2. But yeah, as far as like max out kingdoms and everything else that's related to getting a team as high as possible, what I have is basically as high as you can get it, except for the little bit of leveling that I don't have. But yeah, it won't be possible until Merlantis, I believe, to be able to have a 10,000 team score, at least for people to start kind of getting to it. I don't know for sure if it's 100% impossible right now, but in 2 weeks it should be possible for me to do it. Okay, so we'll go throw that down and get rid of whatever else kind of scraps we have laying on the board, just to get them out the way so we don't have to deal with them. So we'll go throw that down, get our double poke, really nice. We have this thing, it'll do triple if they have lower armor. So we do have the triple right there, so we'll get the little poke and throw down the Apothecary into another triple, and then we're pretty much good for the win. Actually, let's go High Forge maybe first. Go for that, and then that's the kill. It has 0 armor, so we automatically have enough. What's kind of nice about this too is, they got rid of it. No, one of her core mechanics they got rid of. They really need to think things out before they change things. She got indirectly nerfed. I didn't realize that. They need to change that and re-add that. She used to have Reinforced, which gave her 1 armor every turn. This was good because if the enemy had 0 armor, and if she had 0 armor, it would tick her armor up by 1 and would allow her to have a higher armor value in order to hit her thing. That's not possible anymore. I should probably mention that on the forum. That might have just been a slight oversight on their part. But they should definitely replace out armored for Reinforced. You never use her as a tank anyways. She'd actually be a lot more effective with Reinforced. She's one of the few troops in the entire game that is actually okay and actually pretty decent with Reinforced. It's kind of her whole mechanic earlier was the fact that if she went to 0 armor and if the enemy was already 0 armor, she would still get her triple damage because Reinforced would trigger, bringing her to 1 armor. And it doesn't matter how much more armor she has, as long as it's at least 1 higher, it will trigger. And now she doesn't have it anymore, which was actually quite a big nerf to her then. They should definitely change that later, because yeah, there's no reason to not have it. Even replacing out armored would still be insanely good value. Okay, so what do we need to go do right now? We need to go take the reds, get ourselves a Ragnagord. Need to readjust myself for the different team. Take the brown, take the purple, take the red. How many extra turns are we gonna get here? Go explode the purple and go from there. Nice, extra turn. What do we throw it at though? I guess we can do blue. That's not really gonna do much though. We'll throw that down. And nope, he's gonna get some infinite loop going. Come on, end your turn. Good, he ends his turn. Okay, so let's get our infinite loop going then. Now that he didn't do his. Move that over. Throw that down. Put a few more of them down. Nice map. The map for the dust pile of maps that never get used. I'm surprised they didn't add anything to the crafting system that uses maps. That'd be kind of cool if they made some kind of new weapon that allowed you to farm resources that required you to use like 100 maps in the recipe or something. They really need something for maps. I should totally post that on the forum. If they're not going to add a minigame or something like that, wow, that did go crazy at the end there. But if they're not going to do anything to maps, they at least need to make some kind of crafting convert for it. Nothing else. Let them convert into like gems or something. They used to be considered 1 gem anyways. They could maybe make it so like 1 map, or let you convert maps into like jewels. That'd be really cool. Harry was even mentioning in the storyline about them that you exchange them in for like a very small amount of shards or something. Even if it was only like 10 shards, it would still be worth it. That would also allow you to convert glory into shards too, because you could just buy treasure maps from buy glory and then convert that into shards. Okay, well, let's go throw down the purple. That'll give us green seer. Throw down the green seer on red. Throw down that. Missed. We've been missing a lot with that. Though I have almost no control over it hitting or not, but it has been missing. Well, throw that down. Get that going. Whoa, how on earth did you just miss? Wow, we just missed a 10 gem spawn on a 17 board, or 18, whatever it was. Alright, we only need one more little tap at this point, assuming it doesn't get a summon. Oops, it might get a summon now, because I just gave it an extra turn on the thing. Yep, it's gonna get it. Fail. Okay. What do we need to do here? We'll go take the Purple Surge. Let him take Skull Distracts. And that's match. Or actually, that won't be match. You got the double summon. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get some greens back on the board. And now we just have to deal with these two little spiders. Should be definitely manageable. If we manage to die to double spider, that would be the saddest thing ever. Okay, skulls, it has immune to poison, so that's not really going to be too helpful. Let's just actually just go get Web Spinner. Come on. And now Web Spinner dies, come on. And now we get a split damage. Or skull, there we go. You got lucky. Now you got 4 weapons on 1 PvP win, nice, wow. Hello, Torsten, welcome. Have I done today's Guild War yet? No, we normally do those at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're looking for tips on Purple Days. Purple Guild War Days. One tip is, if you happen to have Yasmine's Chosen, Green Seer, Yasmine's Chosen. We'll probably be doing that later today, actually. I'm not quite sure particularly what team I'll be running. But I will be running probably Green Seer, Yasmine's Chosen. As far as budget-related teams, generally you would build it around either a Dragon Soul, a Carnex, or a Herdmaster. Herdmaster being the cheapest possible option. What do I normally run on Purple Day? I know I have a few different ones I kind of run around with, like using Kraken and stuff. I'm going to be using Yasmine's Chosen with Green Seer today, most likely. Since she was just added, we might as well use her. It's actually quite coincidental that she ends up, she comes out the exact day that Purple Day actually uses her, which is kind of cool. Where's my normal purple team? The purple. Oh yeah, this was the other variant I was running with. I was messing with a couple other different teams. I think, yeah, this was the main one I normally run. It's quite expensive. Scion, Kraken, Grim, and Furnace. Let's see, what would the budget version be of these kind of teams? It would depend a lot on what you have. The base start would be Herdmaster and build from there. So let's go Herdmaster. Let's just hope you have a Scion, so we'll just assume you have fully traded Scion. And yeah, as someone just mentioned, you could technically just go Wisps. You could literally just go double Wisp. Actually, if you don't have the Scion, you could literally just go double Wisp and then a Kraken for the cleanup. And then go with something like that. Actually, you could probably do that instead. Double Wisp Herdmaster Kraken for a Purple Day. And the banner would be set to a +1 purple, +1 green would be your banner. You don't use anything for the blues. You could replace out one of the Wisps and do something for that. I don't really think you'll be needing it though. You can just use it for extra turns and not really worry about it. Where is purple green? But yeah, purple green would be the banner you would run with it. But something along the lines of that could end up working okay. Let's just see if we can go mess with it right now in PvP. Let's see if we can win randomly. The only issue that it might have is the fact... Oops, well, me messing up would also be an issue. But the only issue it might have is the fact that it's not using that blue. Even though you're technically using blue. Or, you know, you're spawning blue, you're just not using blue. Which could be a little bit annoying. Yeah, Wisp is pretty insane right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets nerf hammered like crazy. There are counters to it. It's just most people don't bother running those counters. We'll throw the little cleanse there. Get our entangles off. Not too big a deal if we stay entangled, but better to not have it on us. What else do we need to go move? Can we skull poke him? Yes, we can. No, we can't. I can't count. It was 1 damage off. Or 2, whatever it was. Truly can't count. Well, we'll let him get skull distracted. I don't care if we stay entangled. That thing entangles a lot. Also, we can't actually hit him for wisp damage because they're spread a lot. They're spread around a bunch. What we can do though is use the Kraken for cleanup, if it would ever devour. But we'll go shuffle the board, get ourselves a better board. That didn't really help us much. Oh yeah, it did. We can take the yellow, and then we can cleanse everything, and then hopefully go from there. Perfect. Extra turn, and then kill off the skull. We did not have a summon though, so we did lose the wisp, and we have no way to replace it. Is there a purple-blue summon other than Amnesia? Because you could go, well, Amnesia, of course, you could do, but I don't think there is a purple-blue summon. It's one of the reasons why Amnesia tends to get used a lot. Because if you try looking at every summon option you have, it's not that many. And I believe she's the only blue one. Actually, there are a lot of summons, I shouldn't say that. But out of every single purple summon, I believe Amnesia is the only blue that summons on a purple day. Yeah, she is. One of the reasons why she actually gets used a bunch. For both blue and yellow, she's the only summoner for purple. It's one of the biggest reason why she's actually quite desired for Guild Wars. Because out of those 2 days for purple, she's basically your only option. Because most of these other troops block you way too much. Almost all of them are red-purple, and there are way, way stronger red-purples than most of these summons that are almost useless. Baba Yaga does work pretty decently. She is green. I believe she's one of the only purple-green. Yeah, she is the only purple-green that can summon. She's actually somewhat decent because of her double silence and stuff. Very situational, but can be used as well. But yeah, I hope that helped. If you still need any help with anything. Basically, if you have no clue what to build for Purple Day, Herdmaster with Wisps. That's about the general premise you should go with. Particularly Herdmaster. Every single one of your Purple Days should be running around something based on Herdmaster. Herdmaster is even stronger on Purple Day than Yellow. The main reason for this is since you're taking purple mana, you're not removing yellow from the board. On a yellow day, you're constantly taking yellow mana off the board, so Herdmaster becomes less effective. But on Purple Day, you're not doing that. So he's really, really strong on Purple Guild War days. I even use him sometimes on my main team, even though I have things like Gorgolfa and stuff to use, and, you know, other options. Amnesia and stuff. It's just he has a really quick mana. He also has a +1 on his yellow, so it goes even quicker to get him up to full mana, which is really nice. If I can figure out where my team is. There it is. I really need to reorganize these eventually. My teams are all over the place. I feel like I never organized them. Okay, well, let's go take the green, get our purples, get ourselves a green seer down, go from there. Go throw it out on reds, put that down, nice. Web spinner, can you land for us? Can we get you to land? Sure. And now we have no option. Good job! No option. Okay, we'll just throw that down. Give yourself a little poke. Let him do whatever. And we have no way around that right now. Make sure we do it on yellow to ensure we have a green seer in case he drains. He does not actually go for the drain, though we are frozen. I need to stop going up against Web Spinner with this team. We're going to lose almost every... I mean, not Web Spinner. We need to stop going up against Freeze with this team. We're going to lose almost every single time. Okay. Throw that down. Oh, we might have a slight chance of winning this. A very, very slight chance. Let's see here. Throw it on. Oh wait, why am I doing this now? Fail. I should have thrown her ability and then did that. I didn't realize she was already up. Ah, this could be bad. Come on, we're almost there. Oh no, he's about to drain us. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh good, he didn't go for it. Surprisingly. Well, we might actually have a chance of winning. There we go, we actually won. Somehow. There we go. Go. There we go. Does your level also factor in the magic of your troops, even if you don't use the hero in the fights? No. It has absolutely no effect on it. You both have KrissTigger max level 19. Yours is 14, his is 11. It has to do with kingdom levels and stuff. Or the ascension. Or the leveling beyond the ascension. But yeah, your hero level has no effect on your other troops' things. The hero only ever affects itself. The only thing that your hero does that affects your team when it's not on your team or in any way, shape, or form is the... What is it called? The hero mastery thingy. If you go under your hero and you go under class and you click on any class, there's a plus to their mastery. This mastery right here is actually present regardless of what team you're doing. But this is the only factor of your hero that is always constantly present. Everything else is only present if the troop itself is on your team. And even then, it only applies to your hero and to nothing else on your team. But yeah, this is the only thing that actually applies, is this gem mastery thing right here. Also, the other thing could be that you are using slightly different teams. If you're using an all-dragon team of some kind, all dragon teams do gain 1 additional magic, though that wouldn't be that big of a disparity as what you just mentioned. Let's see. Hello, Speed Factor. Is Loyalty a viable troop with Yasmine's Chosen? I'd probably say no, mainly because there's no need for the HP boost. If she had a boost ratio based on HP in any way, then it would be. But she doesn't, so there's really no need to. Oh wait, never mind. I see what you mean. You mean more so for the fact because of how much HP you would end up gaining. I see, because yeah, I forgot. Loyalty does have a boost ratio based on entangled enemies. I guess you could do that. You would have to run a Bolt Taurus on your team. It could possibly work because Bolt Taurus has no mana conflict. The only problem with it is if you're using Yasmine's Chosen, the whole premise of Yasmine's Chosen is fill the entire board with greens. And if you're using a Bolt Taurus, that's kind of completely different playstyle than what a Yasmine's Chosen would be. It could work because as I mentioned, it doesn't have any mana conflict. We can go try it real quick just to see what happens. I don't feel like it's going to be too particularly good, but it's definitely possible, that's for sure. Let's go try it real quick. So we'll go with Loyalty on one of these. So we'll go Green Seer. Loyalty. Actually, let's put Green Seer first slot. It's something you should almost never do, but it will work for this particular team. Loyalty. Chosen. If I can type. Chosen. Why are there so many chosen ones? There we go. And what was the other thing we needed? Bolt Taurus. Oh, it does have slight mana conflict. I believe it still covers every... No, it's not. It's missing blue. I guess that's not too big a deal. What's the minus blue banner? +2 green, +1 yellow? That actually would work perfectly. That is indeed the banner. Let's see... There it is. Yeah, +2 yellow, +1 green. Oh no, I need it to be the other way around. We'll still run with it. We'll still run with it. There we go. So Green Seer, Loyalty, Yasmine's Chosen, and Bolt Taurus. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't get devoured. Yeah, no problem, Candy. Also, hello, Memmer. Also, hello, Frank Roy. Yes, 3.1. If anyone still has any questions about it, feel free to leave it in chat. Though we have covered it extensively in multiple videos, and we'll be doing so in future videos as well. But if you still have any immediate questions that you are concerned with, just feel free to leave them as well. The next video we're going to be covering on the 3.1 stuff is basically the Soul Forge. Like what's worth crafting, what's not, what to use your shards for, stuff like that. So we'll be going over that probably later today. Let's see. Can we throw this? Yeah, we'll throw it now. Not quite sure where we should aim the Loyalty at. Might just do it on skulls just to distract. Obviously, it will by default do green, so I don't need to target the greens. Yeah, let's just do it on like skulls or something. There we go. We actually got an extra turn out the skull. Perfect. And of course, we get the boost ratio based on that. We're not even going to need the Bolt Taurus, but we can just wrap it up with that. But yeah, it does work decently. I see what you're going for with it, or what you meant by that, like trying to use a Loyalty with it, because you get all the extra HP. So putting a Bolt Taurus to kind of suck up that HP seems to be okay. We'll go try it again, see what happens. I'd still prefer going the full extra turn route rather than putting a Bolt Taurus. But if worse comes to worse, the Bolt Taurus might be a nice base to kind of do that last burst of damage in case you're getting trolled by bad RNG on everything else. Because if you don't get the infinite loop going, then a lot of those battles can potentially lose. Generally pretty easy to get the loop, though. Okay, well, his entire team is quite entangled right now. Also, is this from Forest of Florence? I forget if it is. It doesn't show... I don't know why, but none of the icons are showing in the corner anymore. I'm pretty sure this is from Forest of Florence, though. Well, we'll throw that down. Oh, no, it's not. Because all the base ones aren't from any kingdom. Though if it was from a kingdom, it probably would be Forest of Florence. Yeah, I forgot about that. They're not actually associated with kingdoms. But still, all these other ones, I don't know why. Someone brought this to my attention earlier this morning. Since the update on this Friday, the little mini patch that made the Mythic released, there's no longer these little icons in the corner. This is obviously a glitch. But, yeah, hopefully they'll fix that. I'm so used to being them there, even though I pretty much memorized every single troop in the game. Actually, I think I do have everyone memorized. But, it's still nice to have it there. Okay, we really don't have any option right now. Trying to get our mana, but they're not available. So that's pretty funny. We're able to use the immune to silence on it as well, if it ever does get the pokes. Because we do have immune to silence. Very rarely is that actually useful, but of course against the silent one, that is very useful. Wow, we still do not have any remotely good alignment on the board. That's bad. I don't even have enough skull damage either. Also, we have 0 magic. Not like she actually uses magic, but still. It's been reduced completely. Okay, well, we're silenced now, so there's no point in trying to, like, spam it out or anything. Okay, now we're death marked as well. Well then, looks like we're about to lose then. Yep. Yep. Okay. And of course he's just gonna famine us. So yeah, that doesn't... I don't know. It has its potential. I still feel like the infinite loop would be better though. It is something that might work in the future for particular new additions in the game. The biggest thing that would kind of need to be replaced from that team would have to be... actually, really nothing. What would you replace from that team? You kind of need the Green Seer. If you're using the Loyalty Yasmine combo, I guess you could replace out Bolt Taurus, but it's kind of the whole reason for using an HP buff in the first place would be to feed it into Bolt Taurus, unless they add another new troop that happens to boost on it nicely. Yeah, Green Seer is immune to silence. It's off our 3rd trait. Alchemist is as well. They're the only 2 mana generators, or not mana generators, but out of all the converters, I believe they're the only 2 with immune to silence. It's one of the other reasons why in an Alchemist Hellcat team, you actually put the Alchemist in front of the Hellcat. Even though the Hellcat has a higher damage output, it's because he has immune to silence. That's one of the many reasons why you actually put him up front. The other reason is he has a lower mana cost. So most of the time that doesn't really come into play much. But, yeah. Where do we go? Where do we go? Also, on teams that, like, boost based on a red, like, let's say a Bolt Taurus team, you want the Hellcat to be further back, just because you obviously need the red spawns more than you need the yellow spawns when you're using that team. Okay, he poked us for a 0. Good job. Oh, he actually gave us a Green Storm. That's pretty useful. I think we can actually end it off with the Green Storm he just created. Thank you so much for that. You know what? I haven't actually bothered doing a build off of that. I haven't bothered making a Green Storm version of this team. Mainly because what on earth would we use as the easy Green Storm? I don't think there is one at the moment that would really work for it. Like, what's every Green Storm that's currently available? Oh, we could use the weapon! Oh, those weapons. Those weapons. Funny, never mind. We're probably not going to bother with that, but yeah, there's all those weapons that can do it. Let's see. Oh wow, a 12 tribute. I clicked through it so quickly, but we did get a 12 tribute right there. Green Storm. Oops, that's not gonna... fail. Leaf Storm. What? Storm. What's it called? It's called a... Oh, it's one word. I was right with Leaf Storm, but it's one word. Leaf Storm. Okay, there's only 2. Array, which is useless, and Heronif, which is excessively situational and would only really be used if we were using like Rowain's Setite Warrior combo. So yeah, that really only leaves the weapons then. which are currently none. Well, technically, there's actually some. If we go under the, there's actually 1/3 option for a green leaf storm. Though I won't be spending the jewels just to waste it on that. But there technically is a 3rd option. We go into Soul Forge, and we go under weapons. One of these green ones, this one I think. Yeah, there it is. Deal 24 damage to an enemy. Deal double damage if there is a leaf storm. Create a leaf storm. So at that point, we might as well just use a ray. So there isn't really any need to do that. All of these purplish weapons, I'll be going over this more in the video later too. But every single one of these purple weapons are 100% useless. I might eventually get them for completionist purposes, but initially I am basically going to be completely ignoring them. Actually, even once I kind of get all of these higher rarity weapons, I'm probably still going to ignore every single one of these, because they're probably going to be adding new stuff in the future, and every single one of these purplish color ones are 110% useless. The only things that are worth actually getting here are the pieces that you need to create Extinos, the new mythic that no one has, and the pieces that you need to be able to create the Dawnbringer, which is an excessively expensive only mythic weapon in the entire game. So yeah, those are like the only 2 that are worth it. Dawnbringer is insane. The price tag on that still baffles me. It's actually not that bad of a weapon. It's not over the top though. Like, for how much it costs, it seems ridiculously bad. But if you're just compared to other weapons, it's actually not that bad. It deals damage to all enemies. That can go as high as 27 if you're using the right hero class color. To all enemies. Boosted by all yellow troops, so you could potentially hit, if you were using an all yellow team with this, with a yellow hero class, like Priestess or something, you would be able to hit, let's see, 27, and then you'd have the additional 8. So 27, you'd be able to hit 35 to all enemies, which is even more than what you would be able to do with the Christine X and stuff like that. And then it gives all allies barrier. And then if there are 13 or more red gems on the board, you gain 2 magic on top of all that. It's actually not that bad. It is pretty decent. A little bit of a high mana cost, but obviously it's a mythic weapon. It's the only weapon in the entire game currently that covers 3 colors. Is it worth it? Not really. We will be getting it, yes, no time soon though. That is definitely nowhere near my priority list of things to do in this game. The mythic slightly more so, because that will actually have a few more purposes than what that weapon will. But yeah, that's why we're focusing it first. And we will be getting it soon, TM. Soon, TM, once we finally get around to it. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to go over or anything, feel free to leave it in chat. Let me go read through chat real quick. Let me see. Is green seer immune to silence? Oh wait, I already answered that, yeah. Thanks for trying it. Maybe Firebird would work better. Firebird with what? What do you mean? Firebird with which one? What we were using earlier? With the HP thing? I don't think it would. The main reason that you don't really buff up Firebird is mainly, or with HP, I personally feel like that'd be horrible, even though I haven't really bothered trying. But the problem with trying to do that with a Firebird is you'd basically get like really poor value out of it, because every single time you have to re-HP it, because when it dies, it's going to come in, or it will die, but then it comes back with none. So there's really little point to do it. So like, for example, if you cast it, it will kill itself, and then it'll revive. But when he revives at his base stats. He doesn't get to keep the HP that you just gave him. So you're losing a lot of the value. You're better off just putting like a def or something almost. Just anything that would really just be able to keep the boost ratio and actually still be able to keep the HP and all that. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worth losing over it. Or not, you know, not losing the battle, but losing the stats over it. You'd only really get one efficient cast out of it. Yeah, you can buff it, then you could buff it, then cast, and buff it, then cast, and buff it, then cast. But the buffs don't stack. Every single time you'd go back to nothing. Because every time you kill it, it goes to base stats. It dies every time you cast it. We'll go throw down on the blue. Throw down on purple. Throw that up. Throw that up. I always have that weird expression. There you go. Throw that, throw that. Also, I think we'll go give a redeem code out after this battle. We'll have another one later on as well. And we'll still have another 2 for tomorrow, too. 2-2. Also, hopefully someone will get a Yasmine's Chosen out of the gem key. That'd be amazing. Hello, Oreo. Welcome. Yeah, let's go get the redeem code. Is there any good divine team? Kind of. Every divine team in the game, though, works better as not a full divine. Doing partial divine works pretty good. The biggest issue with the best divine team in the game is it would require Guard's Avatar and fully traded Mercy. It's quite an expensive team. But generally, it's better just doing a Mercy Guard's Avatar without the extra 2 divines. Most people just run like an Alchemist Hellcat Mercy. Mercy Alchemist Hellcat Guard's Avatar. It's half divine. Going all divine, generally you run hero with the priestess class. Is mainly because you can make the hero count as both both as White Helm as well as divine, and you end up getting a nice heal, which is a pretty good anti-true damage kind of aspect, which makes it into a pretty good anti-true damage team, just in general. But running 4 times divine doesn't really get used anymore in the current meta of the game. Way back when it first came out was kind of decent. Nowadays the meta has shifted so far away that it's not really that worth it. As far as every divine, they're nice. There's plenty of really good divine troops out there. The biggest issue is they don't have synergy with each other. Like, there's plenty of divines, they just don't have synergy. And the biggest synergy that most of them have is with Mercy. But the Mercy can only get you so far in your battles. Yeah, there's plenty of great troops. Like, it has Yasmine's Chosen, it has Valkyrie, there's Stargazer, which is situational but still decent, Queen Aurora, Paladin, Mercy, Bull Taurus, and Furnace situationally. Guard's Avatar is absolutely insane. As far as Guardian situationally, that's about it. And very occasionally you would run Grand Inquisitor. He'd be the early game version of an all divine team because he gets a pretty decent boost ratio off of it. He's kind of like an array, except half an array. He only hits 1 target as far as his boost ratio of 5 times. So it's kind of somewhat useful, but generally all divine doesn't really get used. Anyways, what was I about to go do? Redeem code. So let me go do redeem code. Let me go get that out, figure out where on earth it is and all this mess of messages, and see if I can find any more. Let's see. Someone just asked me something. Does anyone know what the new guild task rewards are? I do not. That's actually not anyone in chat mentioning it. It's someone on the forum mentioning it. Or am I reading it wrong? I don't know. Do we actually know that answer to that? I don't believe we have any... I don't believe we know what the tasks are yet. A lot of people are complaining about it. Rightly so. But, yeah, I don't think we actually know. Which is why I haven't been complaining about it. Because we don't actually know if we should be complaining about it. They did nerf it. For any of you that don't know, all tasks are now nerfed. Where we get less resources from the weekly tasks every single week. Also, the lower tier tasks are lower. So if you're in a small guild that only gets up to like the 7th task, you're actually getting even less resources. What exactly the scaling is, we do not know. One thing they did add, though, is they added diamonds to the drop pool. They also replaced out some gems with gem keys instead, which is a pretty big hit to the resources. Anyways, invite code. I mean, not invite code. The redeem code. Let me go get that real quick. If I can figure out where on earth the tab is. Here it is. Found it. Here we go. Okay, what's the next one we should go do? Well, we'll just go down the line. Or, let's see. Should we go down the line? Are any of them kind of relevant? No, let's go down the line for now. I don't think most of these are going to be relevant for a while. So we'll go with this one. All the things! Except she didn't have enough room to type in all the things. But we've got all the things! Let me go type it in. So you guys have it. Also, thank you everyone for the subscribes. We are getting very close to 6,000. I have no clue what I'm going to do for the 6,000 video. What do you guys think we should do to celebrate 6,000? It'll probably be something 3.1 related. We've actually gained almost like 100 subscribers the last few days. Mainly because of the 3.1 patch and the new Mythic and everything. A lot more people have been watching and stuff. Let's see. But yeah, if there's anything you want me to do special for it, let me know. There's still plenty of videos we gotta cover, that's for sure. What was I about to go do? Oh yeah, I need to go put this over top the redeem code thingy. I have such short-term memory. I'll be doing something for like a minute and then it's like, wait, what was I doing? Okay, well there it is. All the things, except it's not the full word. But yeah, right there is the redeem code. Let me go get the link and everything for it. You use it on, for any of you that don't know where to use the redeem code, use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code. And you go from there. You type in your invite code. Your invite code is found... Actually, let me go get the link first, and then I'll go over that. Here's the link and the code in case you just want to copy-paste both of them. Where did my chat go? Where'd my chat go? That's not my chat. There's my chat. Put that in. And your invite code is found underneath your settings, underneath whatever that says. Whatever that is, put it in. You put that in. You put in the code, which is all the things with stopping at the IN. And click that you're not a robot. And then redeem. Oops, why is it not going? It's loading that I'm not a robot. And then successful, and then we get it in our mail into your account, and it gives the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Do keep in mind this only works if you're on the PC or mobile version. But yeah, everyone, best of luck with the gem keys. Let's see, what do we get? We have 4 gem keys. Let's just open all of them, see what we get. Hey, we got Alistair from the 1. Black Beast, useless, and useless. Well, at least we got something. But, yeah. Actually would have preferred just getting trace stones out of all of them. But, better than nothing. Let's see if someone will get the Mythic. Let's see if the next day or two, when we give out redeem codes, if someone will actually get the Mythic. That'd be insanely lucky. I highly doubt it, though. We've only had about a dozen or so instances where people have actually... Over the last year, there's only been a dozen or so instances where people actually got a Mythic out of a single gem key like that. I've gotten Legends many times out of them. Never a Mythic, though, myself. Let's see. We'll go throw down the Browns. Oh, thank you, Conan Man. Much appreciated. For 3K, do Let's Play Puzzle Quest 2. I don't know. The problem with doing a Let's Play of Puzzle Quest 2 is I'd rather do a Let's Play of Puzzle Quest 1. That's the biggest issue with doing it with Puzzle Quest 2. I didn't hate Puzzle Quest 2. I just thought Puzzle Quest 1 was exponentially better. And the main reason I haven't done the Let's Play of Puzzle Quest 1 yet is mainly because I've been waiting until I get a new computer before I bother with that. I might do it beforehand, who knows. But yeah, we will be doing that eventually. As far as Puzzle Quest 2, I'm not quite sure though on that one. It doesn't really fit that well in a video or a stream format. It has a lot of really big downtime in it. We could try doing it. I would just have to edit it like crazy because there are a lot of moments within the game that it kind of drags on for a little bit. It might not be that interesting to watch. But if I was to cut it down just to the interesting parts and the actual battles and stuff and the more important movement, it has a lot of needless walking around that that really doesn't need to be there. I have played part of it. I haven't actually played it all the way through. Let's see. What do we need to do here? I guess we'll throw the web spinner. And then get the other one going. Help look for little... What is that? Little, Madeline. Maddie... Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just a help wanted thing. And we'll throw down that. Go Forest Guardian? Oh, sure, we can go Forest Guardian with this. I was thinking of doing that earlier for the convert purpose. I just don't know how I'd really replace out of this team because Green Seer is way too vital. But that would kind of have to be the thing we'd got to get rid of. Well, let's go try it real quick. Let's go and replace it out. Let's go try Forest Guardian. Oops, if I can type. Forest G. Yeah, let's go replace that Forest Guardian with like, oh, I guess we could get rid of Web Spinner maybe. We'll try it this way then. And try it like that. There we go. Let's try it this way. Let's see what happens. Is there... Let's see. For 6k, you could spam crafted summoning stones on a Let's Play account. Do things most people will never touch. You could... Wait. Oh, I would never bother with the crafting stone thing. There's a reason I will not be going over them. They are useless. Well, they're not useless. They're useless as this current moment because there's a much higher priority to do everything else. I could ask the devs in the future, maybe for those resources. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't give it to me now. But if I said, hey, I'll go do a video on this, they'd probably give me the resources for it. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't right now because it's such a new format. But that'd probably be the easiest way to do it because honestly, there's no need to almost ever go for them. Particularly when it's first starting up. It will be about a month before people, before the value of them would actually be decent. Because you're better off going for the weapons, you're better off going for pretty much everything else other than those stones, at least initially. Once you start like accumulating, until people start accumulating spare jewels, you're never going to need those summoning stones. Or unless you're maybe an extremely new player, that's the only time you might do summoning stones. There's nothing like too special about them though. They're basically just a gem key that happens to be for a particular color. It'd basically just be like a gem key opening. That's essentially what it is. Particularly if I was doing a little bit of each, that would literally just be gem keys then, just slightly spread out on different colors. And we've done many gem key openings before, that is for sure. We even did one today. We opened like 211 of them. Let's see. Oh, you got Forest Guardian from the team. Oh, I thought you wanted me to use Forest Guardian this. Oh, this still works. I was gonna do this earlier. I just assumed that it would be better the other way around. But it's kind of funny. It almost works better with a Forest Guardian, which is kind of funny though. What was I using prior? That's bad if I can't even remember what it was. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it was a web spinner. No, oh, maybe we'll stick with Forest Guardian. A convert is more consistent than a web spinner. We just don't have the triple skull damage anymore. Oh yeah, making arcane trait stones is pretty poor value. It's good if you just need a few of them, if you just don't want to bother with the last few to farm. But for the most part, yeah, there's really no need to ever create arcanes. Almost every conversion is useless. The only two I find to be particularly decent are major trait stone converts. The one that allows you to convert 2 major trait stones into a minor trait stone, as well as the one that allows you to create 7 major trait stones into a runic trait stone. Those are about the only 2 converts I would ever really bother using, though I have no need to use either of them because I already have so many. But assuming I had like almost no resources, those would be about the only 2 that I would feel like I would ever actually need to do. Trying to craft runics is just way too expensive, and trying to craft major trait stones is literally never needed, because minor trait stones are more valuable than major trait stones. There is never an instance where that is not true. It's kind of weird, even though major trait stones are rares and the minor trait stones are the lowest rarity. The minor trait stones actually have a higher value than them. Actually, in some instances, I would even consider minor trait stones are more valuable than runics, because you just need so many of them compared to runics and every other gem. There isn't a single gem that gets, or trait stone that gets used more than the common trait stones, the most common one. Of course, they're the most common and you'll end up accumulating the most, but you also need the most. And relative to how many you get is not really enough. Also, they've been taken out of legendary tasks as well. So any late game players now get even less minor trait stones as well, making them even more scarce than what they were before. Oh, why'd I do that? I think she was already at full mana. Okay, we got to convert. Wow, I think this actually is better with this. Mainly because you don't have to worry about RNG. If you can see the convert, you know you have to convert. Like right there, boom, we know we have to convert for sure. It also converts out some of the excess that you get from the purple and stuff to kind of clear out the board a bit. And you know what? I actually prefer this with Forest Guardian. I didn't actually bother testing it with Forest Guardian earlier. I knew it would be kind of okay because it does have to convert. I just didn't ever bother using it. But yeah, it's actually not that bad. I think I still prefer the web spinner team, but I don't know. It's a lot more consistent. Is the best thing it has going for it because of the convert. All right, well, we'll do that first. Go and get rid of yellow, I guess. See if we have any alignments. We'll throw this, I guess, even though we already had the thing right there. Do we have a extra turn? Yes, we do. We'll do that. That off. That off again. Get that off again. Get that off again. Whoops, we won already. Yeah, I think we're keeping it this way. Wow. I'll take it. I'll take it. Have I been fighting you? Probably. I've been seeing a lot of maxes. Yes, I have been fighting you then. If you see me as if I'm your rival, I definitely fought you. There's been a lot of maxes, so I'm starting to lose track of which max is which. Though, then again, you and Maximuse are about the only two. I know we used to have like a third, and at one point even a fourth max. I keep forgetting which one you are in the game, though. Unless your name is exactly Max 1013. I don't recall actually fighting a Max 1013. We might have here or there. I'm not 100% certain, but obviously if I'm your revenge, we probably did fight. That's not a 100% chance that we have, but it's a pretty good chance. Because technically you can get revenges against people who haven't actually fought you. It's very, very rare, but it is possible. Generally, whenever you don't get a revenge, if no one's like invading you at all for whatever reason, the game will automatically give you revenges just to give you some resources for some extra resources, just to make up for the fact that you're not being fought at all. But yeah, generally when you do see a revenge, it was a natural person that defeated your defense team. There we go. Hello, Carlos. Welcome. Also, hello, SBM. Welcome as well. Also, anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. We just did post it, like, what, 5 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago? So it should still be active, probably for the next 10 minutes or so. Unless someone posted in global chat, in which case it'll probably die very soon. But I don't think anyone has posted it yet. I don't think. Yeah, no one looks like it posted it yet. That's good. Okay. Anyways, click out of that. Hey, what was my guild saying earlier about the thing? Oh no, I can't see. Oh yeah. I still don't know if the two of them are gone or not. They ended up doing their guild thingies. I don't know if they're actually going to do their battles, though. We actually have 2 people not doing their battles. One of them did it earlier, though. So they could just be stuck in a storm or something. We're just busy with work. But yeah, I will need to look into that later in the week. We might have some new spots if anyone's interested in joining later. Well, not later today, but later in... that's not what I meant to check. But later in, like, on Monday or Sunday night. Probably Monday-ish. But yeah, we have 2 people doing nothing. I don't want to kick them immediately. 2 of these actually have been here a lot. He's been here for an entire year. And Legolas has been here for almost an entire year. So I don't want to, like, immediately kick them. But, yeah, we'll have to see what's up with that later. I'll probably do that on Sunday. Figure out what's up with that. Are we getting a new minigame? Console? If you're on console, yes. You guys will be getting the little dungeon minigame thing, which allows you to fight these little boss battles every single day. You get to fight 3 of them each day, and it gives you some new resources called jewels that you use with crafting. As far as, are we going to be getting another minigame other than this? Like if you're on PC Mobile already? Yeah, I assume so. They, at one point said, I don't know if they're actually going to be implementing on this still, but they at one point said that they plan on adding a minigame to literally every kingdom in the game, which I would absolutely love if they did that. I'm a really big fan of games with a lot of mini games within the game. And currently, there's 3 kingdoms that have it done. Technically 4 if you count Zolkari. There's Zolkari. There's Broken Spire. Broken Spire gives Arena. Zolkari gives Treasure Hunt, though that is automatically unlocked. It used to be required that you had to finish Zolkari to be able to do it, but no, that's no longer the case. But still, it's a minigame that's associated with Zolkari. There's Drifting Sands with Dungeoning, and there is Blighted Lands with Soulforge. So currently 4 out of the 29 kingdoms, I think it is, have minigames, which is a very small amount. I'm not quite sure if they actually are going to be doing what they said earlier, which was give every single kingdom in the game a minigame. Of course, that would take them a very long time to do. That'd be like a 2, 3, 4-year project. Though it is very soon, I believe they are going to stop adding new kingdoms to the game. It is quite possible that will happen soon. They said way back in the day that there was only going to be about 25 to 35 kingdoms. We're currently at 29. There are, I think, 2 more planned for this year. And I believe those might be the last 2 kingdoms ever added. I'm not 100% sure on it. But we're almost out of map spaces. I think it was 2 or 3. I forgot exactly. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Oh no, we're frozen. Okay, good. He's still got an extra turn off with something there. We'll go move that down. Still get our scope books. And let's just hope this loops. No! We failed the loop. We dead. No! The team failed us. Team, you had one job. And that was to win. Why must you do this to us? Also, how many trophies do I have? I think it's pretty low because I spent a lot of time earlier doing the other thing to try to farm them up. I say that because I'm actually going to be raising my guild's minimum to 500 next week. 500 trophies. I won't be like too worried if people are still slightly below that. But due to the fact that everything has 4 times speed now, it should be pretty easy. Because before we had a 3 times or a 300 trophy requirement. But with 2 times and 4 times speed, it's really easy to go twice as quick. So we're raising it almost double. But everyone seems to pretty much be at that point. I should change the team to Strix to help people with the event teams. I probably should go change my defend. I haven't changed my defend team for about like a month and a half, 2 months. I can't even remember how long it's been. I normally don't even bother with it anymore. I used to worry about it a lot, then I kind of just gave up on it. And I'm in the current state where I've kind of just gave up on it. I did end up resetting my gem priority though, but I didn't bother resetting my team. Still using the same team, just with different gem priority. I still need to go test that a little bit later. That'll probably be something we'll mess around with tomorrow. It's not really too big a deal if we really get around to it. I won't be covering the video on that for quite a while, because we will need a lot of data on that before we can really mention anything. Because like how far on the sliders will you have to move stuff, what colors are actually best to prioritize with what teams, and you know, just kind of general stuff like that. There's a lot of really small details that go into it. It seems like a really simple system, but optimizing it's going to be really, really hard to do. I guess for the most part, kind of straightforward, but I don't know. We'll definitely cover it once we get a little bit more info on it and data. Also, another thing is, even though it's been about 2 days into this patch, I'm still not 100% certain if everyone has bothered to switch their gem priorities, which is another issue too. So if I'm playing PvP and assuming everyone has changed their gem priority, that might not be true because some people might not have changed their gem priority yet. I might not even be able to get data yet because we don't even know if people have switched yet. I'd have to give it at least a good week before we really go and start really messing around with it. Unless I just test it against myself, but that would take a lot of battles where I gain no resources. You're now refusing to fight anything that has a Scion in it. I actually don't mind Scion too badly, at least in PvP. I'm actually finding Double Wisp to be more annoying than Scion right now. Double Wisp is just really, really annoying. I keep making the joke that we should just put a... well, I'm somewhat serious about it whenever I mention it, but that we should put a Leshy on our team in order to entangle our entire team so that we don't have to deal with Wisp. That technically would be a workaround, Is it worth doing? No, not really. Almost no team would it be worth doing it with. But technically, it would work. Because they would never be able to hit you. Okay, what do we do? Go move that up. Yeah, we actually have alignment. Sweet. So we'll go do that. Get ourselves a Yasmine. The Yasmine. Okay, we'll go move that over. And what else? We'll go throw the extra turn. Okay, we missed the extra turn. Let him do whatever. Get a little poke. Do we have alignment? I do not believe so. We'll just throw our Ragnargord, get our mana back, and toss from there. No, he didn't die. No! Okay. Oh, that's the only bad thing, though. That was kind of one of the nice things about having a web spinner on this team. We were able to do those small little pokes when we needed them. Now we can't do them anymore. Oh well, we still get through. I guess we can just focus on casting her only. Hello, Aaron. Welcome. Thanks for the redeem code. Oh, no problem. No problem. If you're not mistaken, the Wisp still does damage, even if the troop that's charmed is entangled. Are you sure about that? I can almost guarantee that is not the case. And if it does 0 damage to both of them. It might still show that it's doing damage, but it does 0 as the value. Because it takes whatever their attack value is and then throws it at both. So if their current attack value is 0 due to entangle, it's going to hit them both for 0. Same as you reduce it down. If you reduce their attack down to 0 by plague or any other means of attack reduction, it's going to do 0 to both the adjacents. It has to actually be the one that it hits, though. Like, for example, if these two were entangled, but it hits the Ragnargord, which isn't entangled, it would still hit 34-34. But if it was to, like, this one was entangled, let's say, and it gets charmed, it would hit 0, then 0, even if it had attack value like it does. Okay, I'll go move that down. Get it right back up. And what else do we need to go move? I guess we'll go take that. Get the red down. A lot of amount of skulls. We'll go and throw that. Anything else to move on the board? We can still do that. And it's almost the end of the line. We can get ourselves a fresh board though, so we'll go do that. There we go, perfect. And that's almost matched. 2 of them will do it. If we could only get 2. And we'll throw that down. Is that even alignment? I don't think there. We'll just go for it. Should be fine. Not a single chance he really has of winning, so. You love the 4x speed on mobile with the brown mechanic explosion team? Oh yeah, it goes super quick. It's about 2.5 to 3 wins per minute. It's really good for arcane farming. Hey, an arcane. It's really good for arcane farming and everything related to that. Like, for example, I think I need green purple right now. I only have 100 and something of them. I only have 100 and something of them. First world problems. Yeah, we'll just go and, like, explore or something. Go into, like, the mech team. It's why I'm always set my heroes mech. Change the difficulty to normal. I only have it on Warlord 3 when I go and do EXP farming. I was mainly doing that when we were farming up the kills in the other game mode. But yeah, we'll just take it if there's a really quick extra turn, because sometimes bother with that. Otherwise, just go for the troglodytes, get that, boom, kill, dead, and then move on. But yeah, it wins super quick. 2.5 to 3 wins per minute. It is really nice. You can also just keep repeating on a challenge if you want. Of course, Explorer gives better value, though. It's a little bit more randomized when you do it with an Explorer. But assuming you can still get a pretty quick kill, it would kind of pay out a bit more to do an Explorer. From doing an Explorer, you get more gold. You also end up getting the higher chance of getting rarer trait stones. As it says right here, you have twice the chance of getting runics and 3 times the chance of getting arcanes and celestials. And it's currently the best way, other than waiting for the event and buying it through Glory. Other than that, it's the best way to farm up a specific trait stone that you might need. Like, let's say you needed like 6 more of one for a for whatever, maybe a legend, for a mythic, whatever. This is the cheapest, most efficient way of doing it. Well, maybe not the most efficient, but it's the cheapest. The most efficient would be to craft it, but or I should say the quickest would be to craft it. That's definitely not efficient, actually. Well, actually, let's see. the most efficient would be waiting for glory, and wait till it comes through glory, and buy it through glory. The quickest would be to craft it, and the cheapest would be to just get it via explore. So those are the three. Any teams with ranger? Hey, there we go. There's arcane already. Well, there we go. It took us like, what, 3, 4, 5 battles? Generally, you get one, I think, every 16-ish is about the drop rate of them. 15, 16. Forget what percent that comes down to. But it's around one every 16-ish, 15-ish. You end up getting an arcane trait stone. Or you should be, unless you're getting unlucky. Any good ranger teams? Ranger generally does not really get used much. If you do use it early on in the game, essentially what you run ranger with is the ranger rock spirit combo. Anything else that you put with it basically just depends on what you have at the time. But yeah, you generally only run ranger from around the level 50 to about level 100 range. Or actually, I should say from the level 1 to about level 100 range. Maybe level 150 at the absolute highest. But you don't really use it much further than that. Anything further than that level-wise. Ranger is only really good when you're first starting out in the game. Beyond that point, it's becomes quite useless. At least relative to other options. Okay, well anyways, I don't know why I came into Explorer. I think someone was mentioning it. But yeah, there's Explorer. Bombot Explorer. Well, I guess to get the Arcane as well. Gotta get those Arcanes. I think that's the lowest Arcane I have right now. Let me see. I know they're all above 100 right now. Let's see. Oh no, Purple's actually our lowest now. With only 101 only. Let's see, where is our green purple? Oh, never mind. Green purple is our lowest. Oh, because the new Mythic uses it. That's why. Oh, good thing I'm farming them. Yeah, the most recent added Mythic that we just did used green purple. So now it's the only trait stone we have below 100. Oh, well, I need to go fix that later. That's not too big a deal. 84 is way more than enough. Even if everything in a new kingdom used that trait stone, it wouldn't even, like, dent half of it. So we are perfectly fine. That is not something I need to worry about immediately, but it is something I will go do, because that will bother me that it's not above 100. Are there any classes you want or trait besides Mechanist? Most of the classes are very situational. Other than Mechanist, Assassin class is the best skull-oriented class. Archer class is the most versatile class that's good at casting and skulls. The Sorcerer... Oh, wait, which one did I just say? Sorry. Well, let me repeat all of them. Mechanist is obviously the #1 priority. Mechanist is arguably the strongest hero class in the entire game, mainly because it's used with the context of the Bombot team that you just saw us using. And it's the quickest team currently known within the entire game as far as the quickest possible win. So it's pretty powerful for that purpose. Nothing wins quicker than it that we are aware of. Other than that, Archer is the most versatile hero class. It is really good with skulls, and it's really good with casting. The Assassin class is best with skull-oriented. The Sorcerer class is the best for casting as far as damage output. And while not used that much, very situationally, and probably not even needed anymore, is the Death Knight class. And Death Knight class is good for placing death marks on the enemy team. It's also somewhat used with a sacrifice to be able to boost ratio the sacrifice very easily. Though I do have to say that's probably a pretty low priority these days, since it's not really... death mark is kind of weak right now. Because a lot... Whoa! What on earth did it just do? What? What? That came out of nowhere. Hello, enemy team. What? Well then. In like half a sentence, we went from a full team to no team. Wait, I need to see the replay of that. What just happened? Okay, we had a full team. How many seconds did it take for us to die? Wait. Let me count the seconds. I gotta see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 8 seconds, our entire team died. We went from 4 troops to 1 troop in 8 seconds. And they were like half durability, if not higher. Well, that's cracking for you. Wow. Yeah, infinite loop is... I don't mention that as overpowered these days, but it is something that is quite overpowered. Queen Map's about the only real counter to it. There are a few others, but most of them are kind of lackluster and don't really function that well. But yeah, infinite loop is just insane right now. Infinite loop, mana drain, and basically anything that gains an automatic extra turn is just so ridiculously strong. And that's match. Oh no, we didn't kill. And he has famine. Luckily there's a skull to kill him. The 4 times speed for the instant death. Yeah, I know. 4 times speed doesn't help much. You know, some of the strategy in this game was somewhat lost with 4 times speed because you have to think quicker now than what you normally would. And some abilities like Soothsayer and Dragonian Monk you don't really use as much anymore because it takes so long to figure out where to put their ability effectively that you're better off just not using them. Which is kind of disappointing because Soothsayer for the longest time was one of my favorite troops in the game. Now it barely ever gets used because it just takes too long to cast, given that there's 4 times speed now. It's still as good as it's always been, it's not time efficient to use it due to the amount of time you have to think about using it. It's not something that you can just cast almost instantly. Like, so even a Green Seer, where it just take a little bit longer to cast her, it's like, it's still relatively quick compared to many other casts. But with something like the Soothsayer, you have to think for at least like 5 to 10 seconds, if not even longer. Like, where on earth are you gonna put it? Alright, well, throw that down. We need to try getting alignment here. Ideally, we already have it. No, we did not. That is unfortunate. Let's go clear out the board off of something, and then go from there. Hopefully we have alignment now. No. That is also really bad. But we'll just throw this down, I guess. And we did get an extra turn. No alignment. Oh, yeah, we do have alignment. Never mind. We'll throw that down. Sweet. And get rid of any extra turns we don't need around. So that'll give us full mana as well. Throw that down. Get a little poke. Take our mana. Go from there. I don't think we have any other converts. No. So we'll go take the mana. Go throw that down again. And there we go. Okay. What else do we need to go do? Forest Guardian? No. Yes. No. Maybe so. I don't know. Sure, we'll go with it. He'll get a couple skulls out of it. I'm not too worried, though. He's entangled. Stop casting Linder's skulls. Okay, we'll throw that down. And that's dead. Hello, Urknard. Welcome. Could I show a Dark Troll, Giant Troll, Giant Spider, Inferno King, the Kima team, please? Wait, that's 5 troops, unless I read that wrong. Oh, never mind. It's Dark Troll. Why did I say Rock Troll? It's Dark Troll, Giant Spider, Inferno King, Sakima. Sure, we can go do that. A Inferno King, Sakima team. I'll go throw that in. Inferno King, Sakima. Or actually, I think it's called Sekma. Sekma. Giant Spider and Dark Troll. There we go. Banner would be a +2 blue or +2 green, or we could go brown red. There's no way to cover all the colors we need to cover, so I'll just go to +2 blue. My eyes are still tired from waking up so early. I ended up waking up at 3 o'clock to go do the new Mythic thingy. That's the only problem about this. Once a month, we have to wake up super early. I would be used to it if I had to do it every day. The only problem is I don't normally wake up like that every day. I know when I did it in college, it was like, oh, 3 a.m. easy. I could do that every single day without even be affected at all for the most part. But when you do it like once every like few weeks or once a month, it hits you a lot harder than it normally would. Because you're not used to it. There we go. Anyways, well, let's go take the purple. Where do we go? Yeah, we'll just take the purple up. You need 4 times, or you find 4 times speed on your phone is too fast as everything is so much smaller. Yeah, it's probably hard to figure it out where everything is. 2 times speed is still perfectly fine. I actually find very little difference with 2 times and 4 times speed. You can kind of see that difference, but it's really not too large. Given how your reaction time is, it doesn't make too huge a difference between 2 and 4 times. You can notice a slight delay when the enemy's starting to loop a little bit, but if they're only taking a single move, it's about the same speed. Like, you can see the gems are falling a little bit slower. This allows you to see exactly where they're going a little bit better and stuff like that. The only problem is when they're starting to do a longer turn like this, you can really start to see how much longer their turn takes. It is quite a decent amount, but if they're only doing like a single swipe or something, your reaction time would basically be the exact same time of how the turn would be anyways. So it's not really that much of a difference. Okay, so we'll go throw that down on the yellow. Though this is starting to feel like slow motion now because I'm so used to 4 times speed. What would we do without it? Okay, where to move? Guess we take blue search. Let him get skull distracted. No! Skull distracts fail. Because it doesn't actually do it. Okay, let's go switch back to 4 times speed. Graphics for apply. Okay, so Sakima, blue to skulls, go. How did that not kill? Okay, take reds, go. Take purple, go. Skull poke, good. Sakima again, do we have it? Yes we do, go. Double kill. Split damage into kill, go. Can we not do that? No, we cannot. So we'll go for a skull. And then we'll go take that. And then take the skull. And throw an Inferno King. Then throw Sakima. Throw all the things! Okay, actually we'll take that first. Sakima, where's your alignment? There it is. And that's dead. Oh, that was actually dead without the, we didn't even need that skull. The damage itself was enough. Wait, you know why did they reduce the 2 times speed? It was a lot faster before. Was it? I haven't actually noticed it because I haven't bothered to use it. I've only ever ran 4 times speed for the most part. So I haven't really noticed. Nose being all weird. But yeah, I haven't actually noticed that it was that much slower. I just assumed it was because of me not playing it for so long that it seemed slow. But who knows, maybe it actually is slower. It's just me, or it could just be because we're so used to 4 times. But maybe it was slower because that did seem pretty slow. Any team with black manacles, or assume that means black manacles. Black manacles, other than in Explorer, it doesn't really get used much within teams. It's more of like something that you put in your team if you're running like arena or something. Like, it's a good arena weapon. It's just not really something used within the context of an actual team. The main thing that it's used for these days is the really quick Explore team ends up using it. That's about it. Everything else doesn't really use it much these days. If you do end up using it within a team, you would use something like a Gorgolfa, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, Black Manacle would be your team. Something along those lines would be what you would roll with. But other than that, the best purpose for it, and about the only purpose that it really gets used for, is in the context of arena or within the context of the Bombot team. The Elspeth, Bombot, Black Manacles, and the Troglodytes team. That's about the only thing it really gets a lot of exposure in. Yeah, just putting it with a Giant Spider, and same I said, Gorgolfa, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, Black Manacles would be fine. Not the best thing out there, but it's definitely sufficient enough to win. Also, just simply Giant Spider, Black Manacles, if you don't have all that, would also be fine. And just build around that. First time you've caught a live stream. Welcome, Augie. Glad you could join us. Hey, if anyone still has any other questions or anything, feel free to leave them in chat and we'll go over them. I'll have another redeem code in about an hour or so. Yeah, we'll throw down Dragon Soul. Get that going. And let's see, what else? We'll go take a red right there. Get another Dragon Soul down. Go from there. Yeah, the current code is gone. We'll have another one soonish though. Actually, let me go change it just to make sure people don't keep using it on accident. Let me see. Redeem code. Coming soon. Coming to a store near you. Redeem codes. Okay, well, there we go. But yeah, we'll have another one up soon-ish. Probably in the next hour. Wisp is starting to get annoying. Yes, Wisp is very annoying right now. They were going to give it empowered. Couldn't you imagine if they gave Wisp empowered? That would have been really funny for like a day. And then it was like, wait, this was way too overpowered. I didn't even realize how even overpowered Swift would be. Like on paper, it was like, oh, okay, this troop's going to be like decent, but it's not going to be too bad. But in practice, it's like, oh wow, this is like the most overpowered troop in the game. No, it's actually not too overpowered. It's actually counterable too. It just, a lot of what gets used does not actually counter out a Wisp. It also has a really excessively high burst damage initially, which isn't really that counterable either, because nothing can mana drain quick enough other than Spirit Foxes, but Spirit Foxes can't hit it because they have Stealthy. And because of that, it really has no direct counter, which is annoying. No, the new system allows it to cast instead of taking Skull. Please take Skull. A little late though. A little late. Yeah, I think this is a match. Also, why am I using this team, by the way? Let's go shift back to the other team. Where to go? Where to go? The web. The web of webs. I'm actually kind of curious. Is the top of the leaderboard losing more often? No. Oh, well, this guy's a lower level, so he's not a good example. Maybe so. Let's see. He's losing about 10% of his battles. So, yeah, that's about how many I'm losing. This guy is a little bit better than that. Oh, wait, is that 10%? No, that's not. 10% would be 187. So, yeah, he's actually doing really good. The guy in first. That guy is at about 10%. That's the guy's doing good. That one's about 5%. 5%. 5%. Whoa. 20-ish percent. 10%, a little bit more. Okay, so that's not too bad that I'm at 10% then. A lot of people seem to be accumulating a lot more loses than they normally would on 3 trophies. So I don't feel as bad now for losing so much. Also, some of those 14 was probably from us messing with really weird teams as well. I know on Monday I sometimes accumulate like 5 losses just because I'm messing around with such really weird teams for the whatever the new event troop is. Because some of them just don't work at all in late game. We'll go throw that down on blue. Get herself more blue. I mean, why did I say blue? I meant green. I will eventually learn the 6 basic colors of this game and call them by their correct name. Gotta go back to preschool and learn my colors. I swear this only happens during streams and recordings. It's mainly because I'll be looking at a color that I want to move, or that I'll be looking on the board or something, but I'll be looking on it but then saying a different color, because I'll be like thinking of one and then like doing something else interaction wise, which will make me say whatever the other color is, which is why I keep saying the wrong color. It happens. Okay, what do I need to go move right now? Anything? I want to try getting full mana on it right now. We don't have an extra turn available. I'm just going to take the brown. Something else that gets both of them up. And there we go, that's match. Yeah, you've definitely been losing more since the update. I'm pretty sure almost everyone is. It's mainly because the AI is better now, or more... It's more aware, and it doesn't take every skull distract. It's still possible to skull distract. It's just less possible than what it normally was. If they have no mana, they're pretty much always... Or if they have no ability fully up, they're almost always still going to be skull distracted. I think actually it might still be always, unless they have a different gem priority. I'll need to check that later. I still don't know for sure. But they pretty much always, as long as they don't have full mana, they will fall for skull distract still. But like right now, for example, if I try skull distracting him, he probably will cast KrissTigger instead of taking the skull. He's not going to be dumb enough to fall for a skull distract. He might be, but most likely he will go for the cast instead. Let's see if we can actually get an example of that. Like those wisps. Let's see. Like right there is a skull distract. Let's see if we'll still have it. I'll go throw that down. Oh, there goes our skull distract. There we go. We distracted him by skulls by killing him with them. Okay, well, throw that down. There's no skull distract, so it's not going to try proving my point. It refuses to prove my points. Because it won't give me what I need. Okay, let's just Ragnargord this. There we go. Oh, no. There was no skull on the board. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, there was a skull right there, but he went with KrissTigger instead. So, case proven. Okay, anyways, we'll throw that down. Good extra turn. Nice. Wish we had a better board. Actually, we do. We can do it right off the top. It's fine. Throw it down again. One more will do it. Move that up. Move that over. Dead. There we go. Are any of the imps worth using? No. All the imps are useless. The only reason you get the imps is for collection purposes. But yeah, all the imps are useless. Let's see. I believe it's called Primal Kingdom. See if we can remember our alphabet now. Yeah, all the imps are useless. Also, no, I didn't get 2 copies of Autumn Imp and I don't have enough. Also, how on earth does this happen? 8, 7, 15, 5, 5, 4, and it's not Mythic. It's the least copies, plus it's not even Mythic. What on earth is that madness? But anyways, yeah, Autumn Imp. Well, as far as imps, are any of them useful? No, they're all useless. There's only 2 of them that are very, 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 very situationally decent. Or maybe 3, or maybe 4. Autumn Imp and Spooky Imp are essentially useless. The 4 that are sometimes decent is Imp of Love. Though then again, given that Wisp exists, he's kind of irrelevant, so scratch that. Imp of Love is not one. So let's go with these 3 then. There's Spring Imp. What's nice about this is it works good with a Green Seer, it works good with a Web Spinner, it works actually good with the new troop that was just added. It entangles all enemies. It's basically like a Leshy, except only the enemies. Which of course can be much better in many instances. It also can stack up a lot of green damage with Web Spinner or anything that spams a lot of green to the board. Spring Imp is sometimes used for 7 red gem spawn, very occasionally. Other than that, it's pretty useless. And Winter Imp is sometimes used simply because of its true damage, maybe with like a Sea Troll and stuff like that, Valkyrie, other related blue spamming. It could be okay with. Generally, it's not really used that often though. Yeah, about that. But yeah, most of the imps aren't really worth using ever. Spooky Imp's 100% useless, and Autumn Imp is pretty far off the meta these days. When Autumn Imp first was released, it was actually the strongest imp in the game, and one of the best cards. Nowadays, it's like 100% useless relative to every other option in the game. I really wish I would have gotten more copies of him when he first released. He did release, and when he was released, he only cost like, what, I think 180 glory each? At the time, it was slightly harder to get glory, but he did have enough to be able to afford it at the time. I didn't bother going for it, though. Who would have known this long later, like a year, year and a half later, almost 2 years, we would end up needing him. Let's see, well, we'll go move that over. We'll go throw down the double right there. Or not the double, but you know, the gem spawn. Put it down again. Nice. Can we loop it till the end? Yep, there we go. That is enough. Does Black Manacle work with good with 2 bomb bots and a deep bore? Oh, yes, it does, actually. That used to be the meta back in the day. It doesn't get used too much anymore, but it could work. The biggest issue of why it doesn't get used anymore is mainly because it normally does not have enough damage output. But we could go try it real quick. Because the scaling on everything's a little bit different. But yeah, this used to, at one point, be the strongest team in the game. Yeah, it's this, and then Black Manacle for the last slot. I don't use it anymore because it has upwards of like a 50% lose rate. But when it wins crazy hard. Let's see if we can get it to work. We'll probably have to do it on not one R3 trophy. Let's see. Can we? Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's a revenge rival. Well, let me go clear my revenge rival real quick, and then we'll go do it. Yeah, let's go clear this battle. I can't pass up a revenge rival. That's 2 times gold plus 5 additional glory. But as soon as we finish out this battle, we will go and do the other thing. Test out the other team. At one point, it was the best team in the game. These days, I wouldn't really advise it unless you were farming 1 trophies. That's about the only time you'd really bother using it anymore. Come on. Should probably taken the skull. Wasn't really that big of a deal, but could have got a little bit more damage in there. Maybe we would have won. Who knows? I'll take the skull now. And just need one more little cast. Green Seer, do you have alignment? No. Come on, board. Okay, we'll just explode it. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So I guess that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Not what I meant to do, though. Yeah, that was the best team in the game during the 50% mech week. That was pretty insane. But let's go show it against this team real quick. It should demolish it in like seconds. But yeah, the old Bombot team. Good memories, good memories. It still works. It just it's a lot more situational now on when you would actually bother using it. Dead. Good memories, good memories. Unfortunately, we can't do this to every battle anymore. But I wish we could. I wish we could. On 1 and 2 trophies, we'd probably be able to spam this a lot. 3 trophies are almost impossible to do this against, though. Yeah, we just throw the bomb bot, boom. A black manacle. No, my damage. Oh, we got Devour. Didn't hit the right one, though. E4. Bombot dead. Yeah, it still gets some really quick wins. You just need to be able to 2-shot them or 3-shot them, though. And if you can't get the 3-shot, the amount of delay that it does is insane. Try doing against this slightly higher guy. I don't think we would be able to get it against a single 3 trophy, though. I know, he got some stats. That's annoying. Ideally, you'd get black manacles right there. And there we go. Had to waste another turn, but still got it. Yeah, I went super quick still. The only problem is there's no way we can 3-trophy it. It will be demolished if we 3-trophy it. It doesn't have the damage output. Wait, you don't have Wisp on console? I did not even know that. You guys are probably getting in the next couple weeks or so. That's quite disappointing. No wonder why no one on console has been complaining about Wisp. Because it hasn't existed on console. I was wondering why no one ever mentioned that on console. Like, everyone always mentions Justice Team, but they never mention, like, Wisp and stuff. That would explain why. Well, they'll start mentioning it soon, because I believe you guys are getting it in the next couple weeks or so. Also, why on earth is the highest level the one on the 1 trophy? He's a level 1122 on our 1 trophy. Wait, why is his stats so low at that high of a level? Oh, that's why he's that low. That's why he's there, I guess. I'll go put that over. Not quite sure how you can even have that low of a stat at that high of a level. I guess he just hasn't bothered upgrading kingdoms or something. Why is Wisp good? You think you missed his stat stream? Oh, why is Wisp so good? It's mainly because it has a really, really high amount of burst damage when it first starts out in a battle. I can go show a Wisp team real quick right after this battle. It generally gets used with KrissTigger and a kind of combo like that. But it just has a really, really high burst damage. Plus it gets extra turns automatically, which is always good. Any troop that automatically gains extra turn tends to be decent, regardless of what it does. Oh, we might lose this one. Let's see. Come on, extra turn somehow. Didn't get it. He gets skull distracted. And there we go. Okay, but yeah, let me go do the Wisp team. I believe I still have it saved too. I'm gonna go use it. against our 3 trophy. Oh, maybe not against Draculus. Oh well, hopefully it'll be good enough to work against it. It could potentially lose against this. Let's see. Oh, there it is, Wisp Tentacle. I was gonna say, did I not show it during the video? I almost guaranteed I did. There it is. The new update seems to be good for people that have a lot of good troops or a lot of money to buy stuff. You have neither, so it's frustrating. I am starting a new Let's Play account that we're going to be starting. Well, technically we already started it slightly. But we're going to be going over basically how to go through the game, free to play and stuff like that. It definitely is a little bit harder nowadays than it has been in the past. Still definitely quite manageable though. Let's see. Well, we'll go take that. The only real difference with playing 100% free to play is you just have to be more patient. You can't really ever try rushing anything because you're not going to be able to. Please kill him. Please kill him. Please kill him. There we go. Draculus dead. Also, whoever was asking why is Wisp good, I hope this proves the point. Oops, I didn't take yellow. If I would play it correctly, it would help prove the point. But yeah, Wisp is just insane right now. It is very, very powerful. It casts so quick. It gets a lot of damage output. It has stealthy, so you can't single target mana drain it. None of the quick mana drains are all the quick mana drains are single target, so it's immune basically to all of the quick mana drains, making it so it doesn't really have a counter other than like famine and a few other things, but they normally take too long to build up. Right, the Wisp will just end up getting his ability off anyways. Let's see, we'll go for the shuffle. And you just keep getting, or particularly when the AI keeps using it, the AI keeps setting up better boards for itself, and it makes it so the AI actually takes better moves as well. Since it will keep not only extra turning and not wasting its turn, but it also gives it a new board that makes it function a bit better. Also, it works really well with Giant Spider, and you can keep using that as a meat shield if you want. Also, if you're wondering why we're using the Kraken, the main reason for a Kraken on this particular team is it works perfectly for cleanup. The biggest problem with a Wisp is, even though it has really good damage, it struggles at killing the last 2 troops on the enemy team. But luckily for a Kraken, the best thing it's known for is killing 2 troops really efficiently. So you can just do that to counter out the one weakness that a Wisp really has. Because once we end up killing one of these out, we're going to lose a lot of our damage potential because we can no longer hit both of them. But as soon as we, or hit any of them, like right now, we can no longer do any damage by casting a Wisp. Every single Wisp we do will do no damage because there's no available target, like it says right there. But we can easily make up for this by just getting Kraken up, and Kraken will be able to still do its full amount of damage. He'll be able to hit both of them, and ideally devour the other one. Just in case it doesn't, let's go move that. And we did get Devour. And as you can see, it's really good for cleaning up the final 2. And yeah, that's why Wisp is so strong right now. You can also run it with KrissTigger. This particular one, of course, I ran with Giant Spider. But it gets used on Defend in the KrissTigger variant. Oh, there's one with the Kraken variant as well. With the Forest Troll. There's a lot of different kind of ways that you can build it. Yeah, there's another one. Where's my green team again? Bam, all the greens. All the greens. Is the Wisp team, what can we use instead of Kraken? KrissTigger is one of the main ones you can use. Other than that, Giant Spider just as a base with triple Wisp is fine. Generally, you do try putting at least 1 troop on the team that can clean up. It's not mandatory, though it is really advised. But if you had to build a budget team, you could just go triple Wisp with a Giant Spider or something. That or double Wisp with a Giant Spider, and basically any troop that can use the purple. Doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it can help clean up whatever's left after the Wisp do their damage. Let's see. What do we do? Do we have alignment on that? No. There's no point in doing anything with that. We'll just go and get rid of purple then. And then start getting Yasmines. No! Stop missing! Why you did this? Why? I think we just lost. Krakens, stop being Krakens. Okay, that's match. We already lost. No! Infinite loops. Why do you hurt us so? Let's go back to destroying things with Bombot. That was actually fun. I miss the days that this used to be able to be used against everything. We can still use it against most of our battles, actually. Maybe we'll go back to doing this for a little bit. I do really miss using this team. It was one of the most overused teams I've ever used. This exact team is probably my second most ever used team. The first most used team was Soothsayer, Queen Mab, Valkyrie, Queen Mab, back when that was the best team in the game. It's not the case anymore. It's still decent, but it's by no means the best anymore. Still really good, just not something you would bother really using for the most part. Because if they have immune to Mana Shield, if they have Mana Shield, which is immune to Mana Burn, it's basically not worth using the team against them. Because it will take way too long to win. People just run Justice Team instead. It's basically the new variant of that team. And is way more powerful. Well, what do we do? What do we do? We don't really have anything. We'll just go move that over. What else? What else? This is a really bad board. We'll stick some purple, I guess. Red Surge, go. Got it. He just reduced our armor, which is actually really, really bad because this team does need the armor for the bomb bots. Oh, did I just do a 3 trophy? I think we just lost. Wow. I can't remember the last time a golem caused the enemy team to win. That does not happen that often. Or ever. That might have actually been the first time ever where a golem was the sole purpose of why we lost the battle. Though maybe not. Back in the day when Shrakes first came out, he used to have Stone Skin plus Impervious. He was actually a pretty big powerhouse back then. Well, we'll go move that down. Black Managle it. Let him do his little thing. We'll get another one down. And I guess we'll just go for the Browns. Well, we don't really have much of choice now, do we? So we'll let him get Skull distracted. Now it's only 1 versus 1. So all we need is a Skull. There we go. Can Greenseer, Giant Spider, Wisp, be a great infinite loop team? You would kind of need a Kraken last slot on it if you could manage. The biggest issue with it would be well, I guess never mind. You'd probably be able to infinitely loop it even without that. Because the nice benefit you would end up having is you can keep shuffling the board until you eventually get Skulls. It might just be a little bit annoying. You're going to have to waste a lot of turns having to take Skulls. Because there's going to be a long portion of that battle where you're just trying to find yourself the last damage you need, where your Wisps will be able to do no damage. So you're essentially using a team that has no cast other than just like board shuffles constantly. So this is going to be the only really big downside. Okay. Well, we'll go take the Skull right there. Double Skull, nice. Go move that over there. Didn't get an extra turn, but got our mana. Get a nice bomb bot down. Now we just need a little bit more mana and we'll be good to go. Skull distract, good job. Black Manacle, dead. 4 Krakens team? 4 Krakens isn't really that viable. A Giant Spider with 3 Krakens is viable, or a double Kraken, double Giant Spider, but you would never actually go 4 Krakens. It's pretty clunky. You would have to have at least one other troop. A Green Seer or Giant Spider or something to really put it together. Oh, why did I take that? I should have gone for blue or red right there. That was a bad move. Not quite sure why I went for it. He goes for Soothsayer, oddly enough. We'll go throw it all the way to the side. Get our things. Double Bomb Bot. Bomb Bot number 1. Don't Spirit Fox us. Don't Spirit Fox us. Don't Spirit Fox us. What did I just say? No, we lost. No. Revenge. Gotta go take that. See, what should we throw at it? Let's just throw it a loop again. The Yasmine loop. The Yasmine. Where is it? Yasmine's web. What's the fastest for trophy farming? You're using 2 trolls, web spinner, Kraken. Fastest for trophy farming is really basically any of the best teams that we did in best teams video earlier. It really comes down to preference for the most part, as far as like what you actually like to use. It could also come down to what you actually have as well, but it really just mainly comes down to preference. Because if you like using it, you'll probably be able to go a little bit quicker with it, just in general. But yeah, any of the really quick loop teams like this and many similar ones work pretty quickly. The Bombot team, any Bombot or any empowered into an Elspeth on a 1 or 2 trophy, particularly a 2 trophy, when it's a lower rating, wins pretty quick and would end up giving a lot of trophies. The only problem is, for some of those teams, sometimes they're not weak enough to actually work. Like Bombot team won't always work. The other kind of teams, like if you're running a Rush Tesla or a Rush Crimson Bat, generally they have to double cast, and if they don't double cast, it's going to be slower than the absolute quickest that you can possibly do. Yeah, any of the standard infinite loops is probably the easiest way to go, because they're going to get a consistent win rate while still doing a lot of damage and getting battles done quickly. Also, thank you, Paul Nealon, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Hello, Joanne. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, anything you guys want me to go over, just let me know. Probably have another redeem code in the next 30 minutes. So actually, we'll probably post it on the hour once it hits 1 p.m. And I'm probably going to wrap up the stream soon after. I still want to go and do the other video and go from there. And we'll still be streaming later tonight, though, as we always do, though. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7 hours and 20 minutes from now. We stream that time every day. Where do we go? Where do we go? Well, we'll go take the purple. Go let him do his little poke. Take our yellow. Get the green seer down. And go on from there. And your other loop team is 2 trolls and Furnace Element Grim. Oh, yeah. I do that, too. That one is quite fun to do. The Rock Troll, Dark Troll, Element Grim, and Furnace. That's probably one of my favorite teams right now in the game. I should probably be using that right now. Well, actually, I'll keep probably sticking with this. It is the day that the new Mythic came in, so I should probably be sticking with her for a little bit. I generally, whenever a new troop comes in, I like to use them. Even if they're not the greatest, of course, just so we actually get some, just to get to see them. And if anyone's stopping by, just so they get to see how it actually gets used, see if they actually want it or not. I do have to say, I said that she is kind of a little bit of a skippable one. It's actually not that bad. I still feel like if you have a web spinner, you really don't have to bother getting her. Web spinner is essentially the same thing, just slightly different. But I can see her purpose in that she might, in many instances, or not many, but some instances, be better than a web spinner. The most notable one of which is actually something we'll be testing later today during the Guild War battle. I'm curious how a Green Seer Yasmine Chosen will work on Purple Guild War Day. And what's kind of nice is today is Purple Guild War Day, so we'll get to see how that pans out. Barge Troll with Triple Kraken. I don't think that works. Kraken is a beast, not a monster, so you don't get the 50%, and you don't get the barrier either. If it was a beast, that would work, but since they're not a beast, that team doesn't work. What do we move? We'll go move that up. Go and explode like brown or something. Okay. Let's see here. What do we need to move around? I guess we'll go take the yellow. Take the blue. Take the... Do we even have alignment right now? I don't think we do. We'll go throw that down. Now we do have alignment, but he just ruined our alignment. You ruined it. You spoiled it. We'll go throw that down. Get our little bit of thing going. Let's see, throw another one. And throw down blue. Throw that again. Rip that again, and that's match. So would you spend gems on gem chests to try to get this new mythic? I wouldn't overextend too much, but yeah, I'd try a little bit. I would definitely try a little bit. Oh, hey Max, you were just asking earlier if I fought you any recently. The answer to that is yes. Also, wow, our tributes have been going insane today. We got a 12 earlier, now we got a 9. I'm perfectly fine with that. We need those gems. We need all the gems to displace the fact that we're not getting as many gems. Oh, speaking of that, hey, we got a defend win. But yeah, Max, we found you. You're using Sylph, Garuda. Oh yeah, we've been fighting you a couple times. This team seems very familiar. That or a lot of people are running this team, which could be the case. But, yeah, we definitely fought you earlier. Yeah, I know. Do I keep saying double? I'm pretty sure I do keep saying double. I know that she doesn't double. It feels like it doubles, but it's not actually double. I'm pretty sure I've said that multiple times now. Not quite sure why. But yeah, it's Forest Troll that doubles the amount of greens. He just creates 10. Close enough. Let's see. Well, we'll go throw that down. Throw down the... I almost just said double green again. Yeah, we'll go claim our treasure map. I'm not even going to bother with the skull. Keep getting... Now I will. Because the board's not set up as well. But, oh wait. I probably should have checked for the Forest Guardian. Oh, now it's too late because there's definitely no alignment now, so... We can't even throw the green seer down if we wanted to. So we'll just throw that down. Yep, we still got the extra turn at least. And again, we don't have the alignment, but we might be able to get a cast off. Nope, even still. We'll just throw our Ragnagord. And in all that mess, we somehow got an extra turn. We'll just throw that down. Get a little bit more green on the board than what we currently have. Get our ability back up. Get our thing poke. And one more cast will be enough to kill. And we do have the mana right there for us to take. And never mind, triple skull. Triple gale. But yeah, there we go, Max. Yeah, if you've been wondering why you have the revenges against us, that is why. I'm pretty sure that's like the 3rd or 4th time we fought you this stream. Wouldn't be surprised. Matchers, Parnicus. Oh, he's using the Forest Troll, Sea Troll, Double Kraken. I think I have that exact same team or a similar one. Let's see. Yeah, we have Forest Troll, Sea Troll, Web Spinner, Kraken. Same difference. Let's go throw it against him. Hello, Brenede. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Elspeth, Bombot, Mech, Hero, Dwarf. Elspeth, Bomb, Mech, Hero, Dwarf. What are you going for with that? Let's see. Is that for explore only? I don't think we could actually get away with that in PvP. What's the huge burst that we would end up doing? A single Bombot isn't enough to kill. I assume Black Manacle's on the hero, which could be for some cleanup, but it would still need slightly more damage than that. Double Bombot works. Single Bombot in the context of that kind of team wouldn't, though. Oh no, we missed. Oh, gasp. Oh, he missed. No, he hit his. Come on, he keeps hitting his. Why can't we? I think we just lost. Oh no, good, he missed. Now we need to infinitely loop. 1. Okay, we missed. No. Stop. Hitting. Extra turns. We still have 1. That's all we need. Come on, Web Spinner. Show us what you're made of. 1. Only 2. No, it died. Come back. No. We needed you. Well, mirror, partial mirror did not work. Fail. AI. Oh, he's using the annoying drain spam team. Why do I even have that drain spam these days? I don't normally use many drain spam teams. Mainly because I find them annoying, so I don't bother using them myself. You know what? We could just go to one of the easier battles with the standard Bombot. I might need to start using this. I actually completely forgot how ridiculously quick this wins. That and Elspeth teams. Elspeth and the double cast related teams are pretty nice. This has to be enough damage though. If you get Black Manacles to Mythic, how much damage does it do? What do you mean by that? The thing that increases its damage is your hero class, not getting it to Mythic. There's no such thing as Mythic Black Manacle or Mythic of any weapon. They only get increased by your Kingdom magics. and your hero's level of magic, which would be once it gets to level 20. There's nothing else that ends up increasing it by any amount. Is your guild currently full? You finally reached level 1000 plus yesterday. Gulkman, if you can do the requirements, we should have a spare spot on Monday. So if you're still interested in that, check back on Monday, and we should have a spot for you. If you're on like Monday night, or if you just contact me on the forum real quick, leave me a message that just reminds me, and then I'll go probably recruit you on Monday or Sunday night, depending on if they leave earlier than that. But yeah, I have 2 people in the guild right now that are pretty much inactive. I'm not going to be kicking either of them, but I need to double check with them later to see what's up. Because this would be the most unlikely time for anyone to be inactive. We literally just got a patch. Plus we got a new Mythic today. So, yeah. They could just be in a storm, though, or work and stuff like that. Because it's not the weekend yet. If they're not playing by, like, Sunday, then that's a little bit more suspicious. We'll go and take the red. Okay, let it do the little skull poke. We'll go and take the green. Take the brown over. That was a complete miss. Did we get a skull poke? Yeah, we'll go for skull poke. Bombard it. Bombard it again. Stop it, AI trying to do your turns. No, our mana. Oh no, our entangle. I think we just lost. Let's see, we still have a black manacle chance. A very, very slim black manacle chance. There we go. The mighty black manacle, please get devour. 3 HP. No, we're entangled. If we weren't entangled right there, we would have won. No. Why? This is why I don't use Bombot Team anymore. We lost on our 2 trophy. That is really sad. Anyways. Oh, there it is. Farce. Ay, double Yasmine's chosen. Interesting. Let's go throw it at. Let's go throw something at it. Actually, let's go throw our chalice at us. Could we run one of the other ones? No, I'm probably just gonna stick with the classic. Or then again, this is even the classic version. The web spinner one's the classic version. Yeah, I know, right, Nguru? Completely wrecked. I know, the AI these days, it likes to crush you. It likes to crush you. So, it looks like across the board, lose rate is higher. It's not just me being bad. It's everyone who's slightly losing more due to the new AI. It's not that big of a difference, but it is slightly higher lose rate. I think I'm losing about 5% more than what I normally do. We'll go take the red. Anywhere from about 5 to 10%. Go take it on purples. Throw that down. Another factor of it is I'm just not used to the new AI yet. That'll probably get fixed a little bit once we kind of adjust to the different AI. Because so far, everyone's probably trying to scroll distract and realizing, oh, yeah, you can't scroll distract every time anymore. Because so many people, it's been something that's been a core mechanic of PC mobile since day one, since release. So it's going to take a little while till everyone on PC mobile actually adjusts to the console format. Let's see, well, we'll go and take that. Take the little skull poke. Newer players probably wouldn't have much of a deal with it. They'll probably like come into the game and is like, what on earth are you talking about? But anyone who's been playing the game for a while knows exactly what changed recently. It is pretty obvious. I'll go throw that down. What do we move? This will just go explode purple. I think I'm gonna get rid of Forest Guardian and move it back to a web spinner. It's a nice kind of concept. It's just I don't think it's really Oh, come on, he got the kill. I just don't really think it's working out. If I could take that skull for mana, I would totally do it, but we can't, so I won't. Hey, that was a really weird cascade. Don't kill us. Good. Let's go explode the blues or something. Nice skull. Nice extra turn. Very nice. Then we get a map out of it. Not like we really need it, but better than nothing. Anything else we can throw on the board? Any extra turns? Anythings? Nope. Does not look like it. Can't even drop it down there or something. We'll just go take that. Get the ability. Throw it down. Now do we have alignment? Yes, we do. Throw that down. Get it again. And do we have it again? No, we do not. So move that over. Move that over. And we do have an extra turn, surprisingly. We'll throw that down. Any extra turn? Doesn't look like it. Unless we get lucky off the cascade or something. Is it worth trying? Nah, let's just go in and red explode. Almost the entire board except for like 2 of them. And now we can just cast this into whatever and pretty much win. I don't believe we have an extra turn anywhere in all that mess, so we'll just throw that down for now. Oh, we completely missed. And now he barriered back himself again. So we'll go over and move the barrier this time. And now he should be dead. He's being pesky and not want to die, but there we go. Hello, Lowlights. Welcome. Hello, ODX. Welcome as well. Oh yeah, at level 500, your hero border becomes mythic. The levels for those are, let's see if I can remember all of them. Level 10 is rare. Level 25 is ultra rare. Level 50 is epic. Level 100 is legendary. And the one that you're looking for, level 500, is mythic. And it will make your little border around your hero look all mythic-y. With the little, you know, the colors, how they work. Oops, I think I just crashed the game. Oh no, that was weird. That was a weird delay right there. But yeah, the little border around your hero. It gets this bluish color at level 500 is when you get that. So you're pretty much there. Also, hello ODX, welcome. Hello LPN, welcome as well. Yesterday you've seen a weird bug. Top troop have died. Thank you, Green Rosado.
Here you have all my money that was supposed to go for food. Buy yourself a coffee, my furry/scaly friend less than 3.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the $1 donation. I actually don't drink coffee, though. I try to stay away from caffeine and stuff as much as I can. As I'm drinking a soda. I do occasionally. That's just because I woke up at like 3 AM today to do the video. But thank you for that. Much appreciated. But yeah, if anyone else has any other questions or anything want me to go over, let me know. We'll go and do so. Otherwise, we'll just kind of mess around with the new Mythic and other related stuff. We already did the dungeon battles. We'll have the redeem code up in... actually, probably after this battle, we'll go and post the redeem code. Okay. Oh, that is not the direction I meant to do that in. We'll go throw that down on the blues there. Go and get ourselves the doubling. I keep saying doubling. I know it's not double. It says 10. I don't know why I keep saying double. Okay, well, let's throw this down on green right there. And what else? We need to move around. Move that up. And we'll throw this on the green right there. I can no longer say that Jotnar is the worst mythic. Yasmine is clearly the worst. She's not the worst. How on earth is she the worst? She's by no means the worst. She's actually one of the better ones, from what I can tell. Barely. She's very situational. There's only like 5 teams in the entire game she'd ever really be used with. Almost all of them use Green Seer or Web Spinner or something of the variants of such. But she's still decent. She's definitely not like the most over-the-top mythic, but she has potential. It's very situational. Well, really every mythic is almost very situational. That's the only really big problem with mythics is they're so niche as far as what they can be used for that generally they don't even get used because they're just so situational that they won't work against every team that you go up against. Or most of them don't work against every team you can go up against. Whereas a lot of legends and lower rarity troops are more versatile in what they can actually be put up against. So they tend to get used more. It's kind of a weird kind of concept where mythics even aren't really necessarily the best troops. Even though it's hard to get literally everything in this game, you really only need like up to legendary. Trying to get mythics, there are very, very few of them that would ever really be used. in the context of your main teams. Generally, most main teams run with like one rare supporting like 2 really good legends is about all you really need for a team. Like 2 low rarities with 2 legends is about all you need. That's what most of the best teams in the game are actually built off of. Some of them are only based off 1 legend as well. Almost all of them are based on at least 1 legend though, unfortunately. That does happen. You kind of need at least 1 of them, but luckily they are craftable now, and it doesn't actually take too long to craft the legend. We'll have to see how much it takes off of tasks, but I believe with the assistance of tasks, it takes only about 1 week, I think, to be able to craft a legend. We'll have to see exactly once we get to see what the tasks actually are. But I believe it's about 1 week to be able... Oops, I should have taken the purple right there. I believe it takes about 1 week to be able to craft any legend you want, which is kind of cool. If not 1 week, it's definitely within 2 weeks, that's for sure. Hello, I'm Ree. Did you miss anything? Well, other than the dungeon battle and just messing with the new Mythic, not too much. Today we've kind of just been chilling and, you know, messing with the usual. Messing with some 3.1 stuff, messing with the new Mythic mainly, just to see how she performs. And so far, decent. Decent is how she performs. Not infallible in her win rate, but definitely is holding her own. You don't think so? Oh no, Stonehammer is absolutely horrific. Honestly, if I was to say what the absolute worst Mythic in the game was, it would be Stonehammer, hands down. I hate him with a passion. I know some people kind of have found like some teams that... Oh, I should take that. Some teams that are kind of like okay-ish with him. But overall, he's so clunky. The biggest issue with him, which is he has a unique issue that almost every other Mythic doesn't have. It's the same issue that War has, and one of the reasons why he actually doesn't get used either. But War and Stonehammer have the issue where they basically have to be put in first slot to fully utilize them. The problem with this is, since Mythics have such a ridiculously high mana cost, it's so hard to actually use these troops in first slot, because they block a good majority of... They essentially block half your mana for the entire game. And if you're up against the very commonly used drain spam, Corvash fully drains the first 2 enemies, Scion fully drains the first enemy on skulls, and they run with additional mana drain options, so you're never going to be able to get a cast off. It's just going to be disabling half your mana for the entire battle. So it is really bad using those kind of troops. Even if drain spam wasn't the meta right now, it'd still be relatively bad, but since it is, it's useless. Speaking of that, we're about to lose. Keep losing all of the mana that we need to be able to function. Yeah, this battle's over. We might as well just retreat from it now. We'll just keep losing it the second we get it. Yeah, it's over. No! Stop the mana drains. Stop it. You know what? Let me go switch this back to Web Spinner so we put the other thing in a safer spot. I think that was actually one of the things that was actually helping us to win a bit more, was the fact that we could move all of this down by 1. Oops. And then replace that with a Web Spinner. So now we can keep our Green Seer safe and do it like that. There we go. So now our Green Seer can no longer be mana drained. So that will keep it a lot safer. No, it's not Jotnar anymore. I wouldn't say Jotnar is the absolute worst. He's bad. He's not the absolute worst Mythic, though. They did say that he was going to get it buffed, but then they didn't buff him. I'm not quite sure why that was. They were like, yeah, we're totally going to buff Jotnar, and then they didn't bother buffing Jotnar. Why? Why did you hit the same thing twice? Why you did this to us? You had a 1 in 4 chance, and you did it twice. Okay, well, we'll go through that then. If it would have killed literally anything else, I wouldn't have cared. Actually, no, that's not too big a deal. If we lose our Web Spinner, we could still easily win with the Web Spinner. That's actually one of the reasons for putting the Web Spinner in. Use it as a meat shield. We don't need to deal with the thing. There we go, nice extra turn. Well, let's go and get our more greens on the board. Please don't kill us yet. Good. So hopefully we can win off of this. Where's our mana? It's not enough. Guess we have to take a green into a green and go from there. Double green. So let's go green. And let him take his little skull poke on the entangle. Get that down. Get another one down. And that it goes. Okay. Mind testing Forest Troll. Yasmine. Kraken. Sure. Oh, the Krakens. We're going to bring out the Krakens. The only big issue with that is she doesn't actually use blue. You're going to have a lot of excess blue that you're doing nothing with. But yeah, we can go throw it down, see what we can do. Go from there. So, yep, let's go get that in. Hello, GZ Krillin. Or GZ Krillin. Welcome. Okay, so let's go slot in what you just said. Let me see. Filter. What do we need? We need the Forest Troll. And if anyone else has anything else you want me to go mess around with or test or need help building teams, feel free to leave those as well. Yasmine. They're going to be a little annoying with a Yasmine up front. As long as they don't have Corvash, will be fine though. Kraken. And, oh, I also need to make sure we're not up against Humility Draculus. I saw a Draculus on this team. I forgot if he's using the Humility variant. We'll probably just go blue-brown just for the sake of getting Forest Troll for the double up easier. Where's blue-brown? There it is, blue-brown. So we're all with this. Wrong banner. There it is. Good, okay. So it is running with a Draculus. It's not really that annoying of a team, though. As a reminder, we hit the top of the... oh, we did hit the top of the hour. Thank you, yes. Let me go do the redeem code right after this battle, then. And then we'll go give the final redeem code for today. We'll have another 2 tomorrow as well. But yeah, we'll go post that as soon as we finish up this one. Let's see. Move that over. We don't use the red, but getting off the board is perfectly fine. We don't have a drop. We can Skull Distract. Should still work, so we'll do that. Not the way I wanted him to take it, but it works. He keeps taking our green. Hopefully that will land. Good. Oh, we didn't actually turn it, but we did get our mana that we needed. Okay. I wish you had full mana right now. Too bad Entangle didn't also do the Vectival Web. That'd be great if he had 0 right now for his magic. That could get a little annoying if he starts doing multiple casts. So let's go move that down. We need to try getting the last little bit of his mana. We are very low on resources on the board that we actually need on it. Well, let's just go get a Kraken, I guess. If nothing else, we can maybe get a Devour on his Draculus would be really nice. Oh, there we go. Well, we didn't get the blue that we needed for Troll, but oh well. Okay, well, throw that down. Get a little bit of green. Didn't really do much, but at least it puts more green on the board for us to use later. Oh, there goes the drain, unfortunately. And we really need the rest of his mana up. Don't kill it yet. He must survive. Do we go for the blue directly? Yes, because he can't kill it this turn. So we'll do that. We do land the extra turn, not enough mana. Just move that over. Please land. Good. Please land again. Good. Dead. There we go. Didn't even need that second one to land. Do double Kraken with passives work with both? Yes. Using multiple Krakens does trigger all the Krakens. Let's go use 4 times Kraken real quick. Not because it's good, but just because we can. But yes, Kraken does stack. And this would be the easiest way to show how it stacks, is to go with 3 of them, or 4 of them. So let's go with 4. Obviously, you would never actually viably go with 4, but just for fun, let's go do it real quick. Someone was kind of suggesting it earlier. So let's go with 4 Krakens. This is not actually a viable team. The most you would ever use is 3. Realistically, you don't really ever use more than 2, though. Let's see. Really bad starting board. Ideally, we'd have like 2 extra turns right here. That would be a lot of damage out of nowhere. There we go. As you can see right now, he has 41 armor, and we have 4 Krakens. Now he has 29. So that should have been 12 damage. Yes, that was 12 damage. So every extra turn we do, there's 12 damage to the enemy team. But yeah, Kraken does stack with itself, having multiple of them. Pretty much everything in this game stacks. There's almost nothing in this game that doesn't stack for the most part. Other than like status effects and stuff. Like if you keep poisoning an enemy, it doesn't like stack poisons or anything. It just does it once and then stays there. Let's see. We can try getting a Devour off. I think I'll do that. Though oh no, there's one problem with that. He entangles us. That was actually bad. Now we have to deal with an entangle on us. So we can't do skull damage anymore. Oh, it might not matter. He keeps refreshing it too. Oh, we got a Devour. Oh no, but we don't get the attack value because, fail. Well, if nothing else, we can kill him off of extra turns. Slowly but surely, he shall die to extra turns. One more extra turn would almost win the game. That awkward moment when every extra turn actually does 12 damage. It's basically like casting every time we get an extra turn, essentially. It's like half a cast. Actually, earlier on in the game, that would literally be a full cast relative to the amount of damage. Though most people probably wouldn't have 4 times Krakens fully traded. Though if we had 1 traded, they would all be traded. Okay, good. We ended up killing him, so now we can do skulls if we want. Though it's not even going to be needed. We can just kill it off death. Oh gosh, his regeneration saved him. Come on, extra turn. There we go, perfect. And down he goes for the extra turn. You should have a revenge against you soon. You switch back to Scion Famine for you. I don't think I actually mind that team that much anymore. I really need to change my own. Oh, there you are. That's funny that you mentioned that. As soon as you mentioned that in chat, we fight you. That's funny. Should we marry you? Nah. Let's go with, actually, should we marry you? I have it on my defense team. Let's go mirror. I'm not quite sure if you're using the same banner as me, though. Let's see. Where's my team? I know I don't have it named. I have it as, like, dashes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I use brown-red for the Ragnagord rush. But yeah, let's go mirror you. I think we have slightly higher stats as well. Let me see. 30, 59. Yeah, I have 1 higher HP than you. I assume you didn't upgrade the most recent kingdom of Urskea. That's where the 1 HP probably came from. Yeah, Urskea is pretty hard to actually max out right now. If I'm not mistaken, you need to have every single troop within the kingdom, all 8 of them, fully traded and fully ascended, which a lot of people haven't bothered to do, of course, because that's extremely hard to actually do. No, you stole my mana. Oh, good, I stole it back. No, Famine! I think you just won. Your Famine got the thing. If we would have gotten that, we would have won. Oh, come on. He keeps stealing my mana. Okay, well, I'll throw that down. I wish Mana Drain was nerfed. If they don't address Mana Drain next patch, it is going to be so annoying. We've dealt with it long enough. Fix it already. Okay, we'll go take a brown. That or at least change the meta so that Mana Drain isn't as tempting to use. Because right now, everyone's using it. Or most everyone. Okay, we'll go take that. Take that down. We got our Famine for ourselves to use soon. Actually deliberately just gonna cast this. I think we're still gonna win, but it's only because we're using Drain spam as well. And the AI isn't as good against it. At this point, I think we just wait. Try getting skulls, but mainly we're just waiting it out right now. Okay. Is that enough damage? 16, 13. That is 29. 29 is 58. 58 is 82. 82 is actually not enough damage. It would have to accumulate 3 more in order for us to be able to kill him. So we'll just move that up. There we go, that's enough to kill him now. So, Famine dead. And now let's go reaccumulate our manas. There we go, perfect. Go take that down. Ragnagord again on like brown or something. And now we have our Famine right back up. In no time at all. Okay, what's his mana at right now? It's 14, 12, 26, 52, and 76. That is not enough damage. Though I think I'm still going to throw it. Because the only other way he would get enough is to get Death fully upgraded. We'll just throw that for now. And again, oh, I could have taken the brown and killed him. Oops. Oh well, we'll do it on green, I guess. What else do we need to do? It's red and hope for a skull. He should already be dead, though. Alright, let's kill him now. We didn't get the extra turn. Oh, no, we got the extra turn off to drop. Nice. So we'll just Ragnagord this, and that's match. All we have to do is just cast Famine now. Oh, that battle went a lot shakier than it needed to, but Famine for the win. Oh, yeah, redeem code. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. Sorry about that. Short term. I need like a little buzzer thing. Like one of those things that shock you when you do something incorrectly. Let's see. Oh gosh, Salty, why did you make such ridiculously weird redeem codes? Let's go do this one. I am not the one that makes these redeem codes, by the way. Contact Salty. She's the one responsible. But, let's see. Salty's one of the developers. She's a community manager. Let's see. Let me go get that code in. Salty is best girlfriend, apparently. Oh, gosh. There's a lot of really funny ones, though. But yeah, Salty best girlfriend. What even? But that's the code. You use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code. I'll go post the link into the thing real quick, or in a second. Let me see. Copy that. Put it into the thing. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. There is the place that you use the redeem code, gemsofwar.com underneath game code. For the invite code, your invite code is underneath settings. Underneath whatever it says right here is what you put in. It only works on PC mobile, so do keep that in mind. But we'll go put in our invite code or whatever yours is. Type in the redeem code that's below us and click that you're not a robot unless you are. And then click redeem. And there we go, successful. And that gives the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And let's go use the gem key. This does have a chance at the new Mythic. It's almost guaranteed that we will not get it, but it's worth a shot. Herdmaster, good troop. We do not need more copies of him, though. Anyways, yeah. If you guys still have anything else you want me to go over, let me know. Or if you need help building teams or anything of the such related to 3.1 or anything. Oh, your question? Humberto, where did your question go? Sorry about that. Also, hello, Simon. Welcome. Let me see. Where did your question go? I have lost it. There are some players complaining about the impervious trait. Yes, currently there is a glitch where Devour will hit through it. When will they fix this? I do not know. They're getting their cards devoured anyway. Yes, I noticed this on like the first hour that it happened. We actually did it like literally like 10 minutes after the patch went live because we were doing Guild Wars. It was a green day when we were doing Guild Wars, and of course we were using Kraken, Giant Spider Kraken team, and we ended up devouring a plague. So yeah, I noticed that pretty much like the first few minutes of the patch. But we would have found out regardless a little bit later than that. But yeah, I did notice that pretty much immediately. I was like, wait, what? We just devoured a plague? For a second I thought he didn't have the trait, but then I looked back in the video. I was like, okay, that's a glitch. But yeah, I noticed that. It's really annoying. Basically, well, all I can say about that is just don't use Impervious at the moment, because it's weaker than what it normally is, since it doesn't have immune to Devour, and that's one of the best immunities on Impervious is the immune to Devour. So yeah, be aware of that. When they will get fixed, I have no clue. I'll probably announce it during... I have no clue when. But when it gets fixed, I will make sure to mention that it gets fixed. But as this current moment, it is still glitched, and I have no clue when they're getting it fixed. If it requires a client update, that's going to be very annoying, because that means it's going to be like that until they do their next update. Though the next update should be small enough that they'll probably get it out in about 2 months or less, ideally. Stop getting Devours. I should probably move that back. I almost need to use Green Seer last slot or something, as much as I don't really want to have to do that, but it would protect us against Devours like that, which might be quite useful. Okay, we'll go throw that down. I need to get Skull Poke on if we can. That Kraken needs to die, so we don't get hit again. 1 skull will be enough to kill it. No, I wanted that skull. Come on. There we go, let's match. Your sister is started playing. What is a good thing to start off? As far as what to do, generally when you first make an account, the first thing you do is do the tutorial little area, kind of just finish out Broken Spire. And then once you finish out Broken Spire, you unlock Arena. Spam Arena like crazy. It's a good way to learn just like the basic mechanics of the game. is also a perfectly even playing field. It also gives you a ridiculously good amount of souls, at least for early game anyways. Later in the game, it's relatively small, but when you're first starting out, it's actually the best way to gain souls. Plus, it gives the other resources on top of it. So it's pretty good value for first starting out. So yeah, that's basically what you do. Also, try sticking with PvP and arena for the most part, and treasure maps. Try to do as little questing as you possibly can. I know that might be a little bit annoying lore-wise if you actually did want to see like what all the little kingdom things are. But initially, you do want to kind of avoid doing kingdoms. The only exception to this, though, is you do want to do Broken Spire, which you're pretty much going to do by default. Broken Spire, Drifting Sands. The reason you do Drifting Sands is because it unlocks the dungeon system. And Blighted Lands. And the reason you do Blighted Lands is because it unlocks the crafting system. The order that you do stuff in, like right when you first start out, is Broken Spire, then you do Blighted Lands, then you do Drifting Sands. And from there, you basically just start doing, or continue doing, if you haven't already started, doing treasure maps, doing PvP, and doing arena. So you should try avoiding quests. You should also try avoiding challenges if you can. Both of them are pretty bad value when you're first starting out, mainly because you want to keep your level as low as possible when you're initially starting. The reason for this is many aspects of the game, most notably PvP, is scaled based on many factors, but one of those factors is your hero level. And while you have a lower hero level, you can basically utilize that to gain even more resources from things like PvP and stuff. It also makes it slightly easier, the battles that you'll be facing, for a longer duration of time. We'll go throw down the web spinner. Throw down the green. Actually, that was kind of completely pointless, though it did put more green on the board, so I guess it was helpful. And down it goes. It took you 6 hours to level Soulforge to 10 without any gems. Yeah, it takes around 3 to 6 hours approximately. Optimally, it would take 3 hours. If you were to do it with 3 hours, you'd basically have to do challenge/explore using like the Bombot team. But yeah, 6 hours, you could probably do it by doing like PvP, or also just from doing normal explore would probably work as well. I ended up doing it in challenges. Doing it in challenges could theoretically do it in under 3 hours. But yeah, I highly advise that anyone who still haven't leveled the foraging system, don't bother spending gems on it. Just completely do it by kills. There's really no point to rush it up with gems. There's nothing that you'll immediately need to craft. And you're just basically going to be a gem sink that you don't need to bother wasting on. You just did all the quests with Sunbird one-shotting. That works too, I guess. That would work. Alright, we'll go throw that on the web spinner. Throw down that. Another pretty easy way that you can get all the kills for Soulforge is doing the initial challenges. If you already did a bunch of quest lines and you haven't bothered doing the challenges yet, you can just wipe through those really easily, because those have even lower stats than what the normal battles would. Is there a time we ought to circle back and do all the challenges? Yes, there is actually a time when you should go and do that. You should do that when you unlock a combination of two things. You need to have unlocked the either Warlord 2 difficulty or higher. Ideally Warlord 3, if you can. And you need to actually be able to defeat them on Warlord 3 very quickly. The main reason for this is challenges can only ever be done once for their little soul reward. Every single time you do one of these challenges, it gives you a little small cask of souls. The only really noteworthy one is the very last one, which I believe gives you 100, if I'm not mistaken. Actually forget off the top of my head. I think it goes like 5, 10, 15, 25, 100. I'm not 100% sure on that. Somewhere around those values is what they give. And you only ever get this the very first time you do them. So generally you want to do it with as high of a possible soul value right there as you can. And generally, to fully optimize on this, among having 100% soul farming armor, you would also want to be able to defeat them on Warlord 3 difficulty. It's not required, but if you were to truly get the full amount of value from them, that is what you would end up doing. I believe Warlord 3 difficulty you unlock at level 100. I'm not fully certain on that. Yeah, somewhere around that level range. I forget off the top of my head. It's been a while since I made a new account. We actually just made one the other day, but I still haven't really progressed much on it for video content. We'll be getting to that soonish. But, yeah, I'd say wait to Warlord 3, Warlord 2 at the earliest before you really bother with them. Because the soul bonus that you have does apply to the casket at the end. Okay, well, go take the purple over there. Yeah, you started your PC last night, got Dark Priestess with the key. Dark Priestess. Dark Priestess, generally you would have to use an Emperina with it. Emperina did get buffed though, so you could probably build a team out of it. Emperina, if you don't already have it, is you obtain it from completing out the KZL questline, which actually isn't that bad of a kingdom to do, because you're going to need to do that kingdom anyways, because there's a good weapon called War and Peace that you get after the questline, and War and Peace gives it's a brown-green weapon that hits all enemies, and relative to how early you get it in the game is actually one of the better weapons that you get early on. Actually, it's probably the best weapon that you can get really early on. There's better weapons than it in the game, but as far as how easy it is to get it, it's actually one of the quickest, efficient weapons. Erskaya also has its own weapon, though it's not as good as War and Peace. But it does come earlier in the quest line. For KZL, you have to go through like literally the entire quest line. Plus, I believe you have to have Adana done as well. It's actually the only quest in the entire game that's locked out until you do another quest within the game. I don't know why they didn't expand on that more. I feel like they were planning on doing that, but then didn't. Why Warlord 3 and not Warlord 4? Mainly because it's such a gigantic stat difference for only 25% additional souls. It just takes too long. You could do that if you truly wanted to, but you're going to be wasting probably more time than if you were to just use a soul farming team to displace the rest of that time. 100% stats is just way too many. You wouldn't be able to kill that quickly. No team in the game would be able to kill 200% quick enough to make it viable in that instance. The only thing that would come even remotely close is if you happen to have a Great Maul Skull Spam team with a what would you have to use? An Elspeth defeat at quick mana or something like that. That's about the only thing you'd really be able to get away with it. But it's just not worth doing on Warlord 4. Warlord 3 is the highest you ever go. And that applies to just about everything. Warlord 4 is mainly just for messing around with. It only ever gives 25% bonus to all the stats compared to Warlord 3. Hello, Headless. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, the challenges actually are somewhat decent for soul farming. They're actually some of the best locations to ever do soul farming within. You can literally just run your soul farming team through every single one of the challenges if you really wanted to as well. Where do we move? Because you would get even more souls on top of the souls you were already earning. You would just have to make sure if you're putting on a higher difficulty that whatever your soul farming team is can still kill through them efficiently. Oh no, I was just about to cast that. Famine, why you did this to us? Destroyed our hopes and dreams. You won versus a 9,800 casual PvP team once with Warlord 4. Nice. Yeah, generally if you're going to run against them on Warlord 4, you have to go with like the Great Maul thing. I can go show a team with it real quick. It's somewhat luck-based if we end up getting it. But it used to be the meta at one point. Because back in the day, you used to be able to use it in PvP. This was eventually nerfed because it was possible to gain over 10,000 gold per PvP battle. It's no longer possible. I think the highest you can really even get these days is about 5,000, unless you have like a ridiculous VIP level. But yeah, I'll go show the kind of premise that used to be used. Oh, he better not. Gosh, double famine. Might as well just retreat at this point. Oh, we're getting to accumulate a lot of loses. But let's go and try fighting it real quick. So casual, whatever our 4 trophy is. Put it up to Warlord 4. Unfortunately, it's 2 things with Impervious. Though, then again, with the glitch on Impervious, I think we can still devour him. So let's go get the team built. What exactly do we build out of it these days? I guess I'll run the standard Great Maul team. So let's run Great Maul, Mercy, Inferno King. I probably have this team saved already. Inferno King and Shegra. And we'll just throw this, double yellow banner. And hopefully we get a good starting board. These will make this a lot easier if we do. But yeah, this used to be the meta in PvP. It was eventually nerfed because it gained, as I said, way too many resources. But yeah, there we go. Warlord 4. They all have 200% bonus stats. I think we die in like one shot to his skull. Let's see, 123 damage on the skull. Also, we got a horrible starting board. Fail. What we might lose then. Might need to try it again. Let's see. Yep, still a bad board. Still a bad board. Even with them helping us, that didn't really do much, but there we go. Okay, maybe it did. Please be able to devour. Good. Impervious fails, and now we just destroy his team like crazy. Inferno King, please tell me you have alignment right now. How do you not? Now do you? No way you still don't have alignment. Might just have to throw Shegra then, which I definitely don't want to have to do first. But we will if we have to. Yeah, there's no alignment, so we'll throw Shegra. Then throw Inferno King. Then go from there. Okay, so we'll move the red over. Throw another Shegra. There we go. But yeah, that used to be the meta. We still get a decent amount of gold from it. I think it's actually still one of the best ways to get gold, though it's just a little bit annoying to have to constantly worry about that. But yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that still works. It's not like it ever really got nerfed. It's just the using it in PvP to gain excessive amount of gold has been nerfed. It's still possible to use the team and all that kind of combo and stuff. It just doesn't pay out anywhere near as much. Like doing that before would give you anywhere from 6,000 to upwards of 10,000 gold. As you saw from the previous battle, I think we got 4,300 from it, which is a lot less than what it used to do. Because everyone, literally everyone, would be running that. Every person who had that team were basically running something almost identical to that on Warlord 4 difficulty. Some people were making like multiple millions of gold per hour way back then. And that was before 4 times speed and everything too. Actually, back then you were probably making more than what you gold than you even make during 4 times speed now. It was that broken. Let's see. Well, throw down another web spinner. Throw down another Yasmine. Throw down another web spinner. Throw down another web spinner. Good job, Infinite Loop. Seriously though, they need to do something about this. It's a nice concept. It's just it needs a counter. Because the AI can do that too. Like when we do it, it's like, okay, well, that's fun. But when the AI does it, it's like, what just happens? We had that battle happen earlier too. We counted it, 8 seconds. It took us 8 seconds from having 4 troops almost fully upgraded, or you know, like normal HP. It took 8 seconds from our full team to go down, from almost full HP down to dead, team wipe. It took the AI 8 seconds. Of course, we can do it, so can the AI. That's the only annoying part about it. Okay, well, let's go move that over. Try getting a green seer somewhere on the board. And never mind. Does not look like we have a location. Oops, and I'm just free giving him his Corvash. That is something I definitely do not want to do. And, well, I guess we'll throw a web spinner. Hopefully it won't miss. Good. Throw another web spinner. Come on, keep it going. Nope. Don't you dare crack in us. We need that last slot. Okay, let's go throw on blues. There we go. Nice extra turn. Very, very good. Let's go convert this just to hope for more green on the board. I think I actually created less, though we did get a kill. So I guess that works out. Good, we got it again. Cast it again. Missed. Get the web spinner going. Don't die. Come on. Go, go, go. And another one. And that's match. There we go. Has your game been crashing lately? No. I don't think we've crashed once yet, have we? No. I don't recall us crashing once. And I believe we've only gotten that error about once or twice where it does the battle thing, where it does the error little glitch. I don't think they haven't fixed that yet. But with a soul farming team, oh, never mind. I already read that. Or it said something with that. Did I miss any other questions that you guys mentioned? If I did, feel free to leave them in chat again. Also, anyone who's just getting here, double check the redeem code below. We did post it recently. Not quite sure if it's still active, but probably is. If it is, probably for the next 5-ish minutes. But definitely double check. You use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code if you're on PC and mobile. Well, we're in a pretty bad situation now. So he's just going to drain us, and that brings us down, basically down to 0, even less than what we had when we first started the battle. Let's go move that up, get our mana. Not enough for Ragnagord because we didn't get a double surge. And we'll start getting Web Spinner up, I guess, before it gets drained. So trying to do that is just making it, tempting it to try to get drained. I gotta give him purple. There we go, but he gives us brown, so I guess it evens out. So destroyed blues. And hopefully we can do something now. So where do we throw this? Do we throw it? No, we actually go and take the skull. Now we throw it. I was wondering what that noise was. That noise is from when they get webbed. That little, like, shiny sound, or whatever it is. I don't even know how to describe that sound. That little, like, blade kind of sound. I'm pretty sure it's not a blade sound. I don't know what this sound's supposed to be. Whatever that sound is when we take the skull. That's what it's from. It's from web being applied. The sound effect for it. Okay, please don't kill it. Please don't Corvash. Good. Good, good, good. No, we missed. We could have won. Okay, good. We still have a chance. How do we go about this? Yeah, I think we take green down, get a skull, and then hope for a skull to fall. Okay, we didn't get the second skull, but he got distracted by it. Ideally, we need to kill him right now somehow. There's only one chance we can do this, and that is to take the purple into a skull chance. Also get skull distracted, possibly. We didn't get it, and he didn't get distracted. But we can take the skull. So that just leaves it, so we just need to tap him. Perfect, there we go. Oh, that could have gone a lot smoother, but... oh well. Hello, country gal finds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is weird. Your defend team has won 7 out of 8 of its last battles. Wow, that actually is a pretty good win rate. Also, we just got an arcane. Nice. But yeah, it is a pretty high win rate. Also, he's using the Elamagrim. Let me go Elamagrim myself. There we go. Someone was mentioning this team earlier, and we didn't bother doing it. But yeah, this is kind of like the standard infinite Elamagrim loop. We just get them burned. Ideally, all of them would be able to get burns. He does have an Impervious. Impervious still does everything it's supposed to other than Devour immunity. Just as of this current moment, it's glitched in doing Devour immunity. I don't know if I should have double brown there or not, but I decided not to. So we'll go and move that over. We get the double purple instead. Actually, both of them are horrible, but there's at least this higher chance of doubling the purple, which we did miss, of course. Now we have a slightly higher chance to double the brown. That also misses. And he has famine, which is bad, very bad. So we'll go take that. He'll throw Ragnagord. He does not give us anything. Actually, all he does is take our mana. So it does look like we're about to lose. We drain spam once again. Lose 1,000,000,002 to drain spam. Okay. Well, we'll take some reds. Trying to get our mana. Not really working out here. There we go. Double brown time. Can we get this rolling? Once we get it rolling, we pretty much win. Bad board. We'll try it. Try it, but I'm not sure if we'll get it. There we go. 1. Double this now. Double that again. Did we get it? I think we got it. Oh, I should have taken those browns. Keep it going, keep it going. Let him get skull distracted. Actually, let's just kill him with that. Oh no, he has 1 HP. He's gonna survive it out. Let's match. There we go. Yeah, once it gets going, it goes insane. Problem is getting it started. Late. Does kills raise Soulforge? Yes, seems so. Also, hello. Yes, Jyoti. Any kill you do will raise the kill count. It doesn't matter where it is or how you do it. Any kill will increase it. Do keep in mind that you do have to manually level it up every single time. So like for the first level, once you get to 20 kills, make sure to actually click to level it. You do have to level it every single time for every single level. It's a little bit annoying. I wish it rolled over or at least gave a notification that you did gain or you're at the requirement for the next level. It doesn't have any kind of notification or anything like that. It's a little bit weird. I'm not quite sure why they went with that design choice. They definitely should have made it automatically level or give at least some kind of notification. It doesn't give you any indication at all that it's finally fully leveled. You have to manually go in there and just happen to see that, oh, it's finally ready to be leveled, which is really annoying to have to do, of course. They'll likely do something in the future to adjust that, though pretty much anyone who's playing the game right now will have it max leveled before they even implement anything like that. So kind of redundant. Almost every player will already have it, except for newer players in the future. But they should still do it because, of course, newer players would help them out. Let's go double brown. That going. Can we finally get Element Grim Loop? I think we can. How many purples are on the board? Only 7. That's a pretty low amount. And we did indeed miss because of the obvious reason. That was a very low amount. We did lose one of them. The less important of the two. Still a muted one. We can throw in Furnace. Gal will give it mana, and then we can go from there. And hopefully that's enough to kill. It'll be a little short, but a skull afterwards will be fine. Can we get a skull? No, we cannot. But we can double the purple. And then do that. There we go. You think something is buggy with the defense team? You just won 2 more times, 7 out of 9, or 9 out of 10. It could be. Have you readjusted your sliders at all? Could be something related to that as well. Who knows? Not quite sure. But yeah, I have been noticing a pretty decent win rate too. Though my overall is only 60 out of 80, which is pretty average. Also, a lot of people's win rates seem to be pretty average. Like 2228 out of 263, that seems perfectly normal. That seems perfectly normal. Normal. No one really seems too out of the ordinary on the defense. Actually, not even a single person has a positive defense. So, yep, defense are perfectly normal. No one has over a 50% win rate in defense. Yep, perfectly normal. Well, it wouldn't be normal if people started raising over a 50%. That would mean the AI is doing work like crazy. But generally, everyone's around about a 30 to a 49% win rate on their defense. Or I guess you could say 30 to 50%. Somewhere around that ballpark. If your defense team is somehow doing over 50% win rate, you're either at a really nice level range where you can do higher, or you have somehow figured out what the best defense team is in the entire game. Because it is almost impossible to gain over a 50% win rate unless you're in like a special like low level range where it kind of gives you like lesser enemies to fight. That, or if you do some kind of glitch where it gives you lesser enemies to fight with a better team. There are a couple of glitches that used to do that. I think they fixed some of them this patch. Not sure if they completely purged it or not. It's not really something I bothered checking yet. I assume they fixed it some, but no way of really knowing. What to do? We'll go double the purple. Get our Element Grim going. Get the Infernuses going. Let's see. You just did sliders last night? I mean, it just started happening in the past hour. Okay, that's weird. Though I did notice I was gaining quite a few recently, too, in the last few hours. So, I don't know. The 5th time you're asking now. Sorry, Fidash. What did you say? What would you say is the best defense team? Oh, these days? I have not the slightest clue. As far as the best defense team, there's really 3 routes to go. There's spam every single mana drain you have. There is double Wisp Kraken. And there is any team that can infinitely loop. Those are about the 3 biggest defense teams to really use as of this current moment in time. Also, double Humility with a Draculus is not too bad either. That one is being used quite a bit these days too, because it does counter out a couple of the things within the meta as well. But yeah, the 2 core kind of ones is either spam all the drains or make an infinite loop. Those tend to be the biggest 2 that kind of win. the main reason he's using something like this is he's trying to, it's really good against Krakens. It's also really good against AoEs like this that keep doing small amounts of damage to all enemies. The big thing that happens is we'll keep damaging him because he'll keep feeding his Draculus magic, and eventually what will happen is his Draculus will one-shot us, which will be obviously really devastating. I'm starting to lose my voice. That's not good. Let's see. I need some waters. Here we go. Water. Actually had a water here the whole time. Didn't even notice that. Oh, that's an old water. That's why. Oh, that is so hot. That's like boiling water right there. Anyways, where were we? Go through that down. Scion, Moloch, Corvash, Spirit Fox. Yep, that sounds about right. Yep, that sounds about right. There's quite a few variants that you can do with Drain Spam. Pretty much all of them start with Scion first slot, though. It's not required, but if you have it, it's definitely worth doing. They are starting to add more counters to the game for it, though. Like, the new Mythic is a slight counter to it. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding more in the future, too, just because of how prevalent it is right now. Generally, they tend to add manual counters to things whenever they start becoming too good. They prefer, instead of rebalancing things, to just add counters, which is sometimes bad because sometimes you need to actually nerf things. Sometimes counters don't work on their own. Queen Mab, Justice teams that are most annoying to fight. I haven't really been finding them to be too big a deal, unless I'm using Infinite Loop, in which case a Queen Mab is always annoying. There isn't any instance where a Queen Mab isn't annoying when using Infinite Loop teams. But, I don't know, I haven't been... We're on console AI, but I haven't really been having much of an issue with the Justice team. Occasionally it goes crazy, but occasionally almost every team goes crazy. The main reason it goes crazy is it's like an Infinite Loop kind of style of team. Almost every variant of those kind of teams will eventually win. It's not exclusive to just the Justice team. Basically anything that has the potential of gaining multiple extra turns very easily, like Web Spinner, Elamagrim, Justice, the Guardians, anything really that has that really high chance. They're just going to go crazy eventually. It's only a matter of time before they get lucky. Oh, but you completely missed. Or unlucky. It's also possible that the inverse happens, where you just get unlucky instead of them getting lucky. Let's see, we'll go through the double purple. Of course, you getting unlucky would be when you miss. Them getting lucky would be when they go crazy and just start spamming a billion turns. I'll go throw that down. And move that over. Another Element Grim. That will probably miss. Yeah, there's barely any purple on the board. That's to be expected. Then we just throw the Infernus. And now we just poke him with whatever. And down the goes. Your defense team is currently 37 and 20. Oh, wow. Very nice. That is really decent. Who would have thought that a little blue wisp would take over the game like it has? It's like Marmot. You love to hate it. That's funny. But yeah, I was not expecting that wisp to be that strong. It's basically a mythic in disguise right now, the little wisp. It does lack the capability of securing the final kills, but people have found some really weird ways around it. One really interesting one I saw the other day, which was actually somewhat annoying, and we did lose to it once, though in most instances would probably be pretty easy to kill. It was double Wisp, Silent One, and Salvani Mora. So basically it was double Wisp with a Silence and an Entangle. Essentially meaning he has all the damage he needs off the Wisps, plus he has a Entangle which will disable your Skulls, and a Silence that will disable your casting. Essentially meaning you can do nothing. So if the Wisps go too crazy, they just infinitely lock you in with Entangle and Silence, so you can't do anything at all. Though if you can get started before they get started, you can easily win that battle. But they can basically just permanently lock you into a state where you can't win, unless you have immune to Silence or something, which obviously would be the way to work around that team. it would make it pretty easy to defeat. So you would have to go and... Oh, there goes Infinite Loop again. Case in point. It's a case in point. It is possible for that stuff to happen. Is there 2 times Kraken Wisp Scion team? You wouldn't use Scion in that way, though. I don't think you could really get away with using a Scion on the Wisp team. Mainly because you generally want your mana, your purple mana going into your Wisps, not into something else. It's nice to have that extra purple bleeding into your other troops, but generally when you're using a Wisp team, like with this team, you want it primarily going to these 2 troops, your 2 Wisps that you're using. The reason for this is you need to shuffle so that the AI works with whatever the board happens to be correctly. Because right now the AI will look at the board, it'll see if there's any extra turns or anything, and then it will take them. And if there's not, it will start casting those Wisps. So it basically gives your AI a better chance of actually doing the right move, essentially. Was what you're trying to manipulate the AI into doing by using Double Wisp. Is one of the indirect reasons as to why Double Wisp is actually so strong right now, too. It basically just makes the AI smarter by giving it better options. Because every single time it's checking for extra turns, and then it does its thing. And then it'll do it again. It'll check for extra turns, take it, and then it'll do it again. Check for extra turns, do whatever else, and then keep doing that. And it really adjusts the AI to make it quite powerful, because it won't really make any mistakes. And like a player might accidentally miss an extra turn or something occasionally. The AI will not. Or actually, occasionally I think the AI is programmed now to slightly miss it occasionally, but it's very, very rare, as you can see. It generally takes it, and gets it, and destroys you. Oh, it was Double Wisp, Silent One, and Salvani Mora was the team that someone was using earlier. It's actually pretty easy to counter, though. So I'm not quite sure if you would actually want to set it as your defense. If you're running with a normal team, it's not. But if you're running with a team specifically made to counter that team, it is ridiculously easy to counter. All you have to do is use a troop with Impervious, or use a bunch of troops that have immune to silence. Either or would end up making that team useless. But if you run with a normal team and don't bother adjusting, it could be a little bit annoying fighting that. Well, we'll go throw down the double brown. Completely miss and go from there. But yeah, anyways, guys, is there anything else you guys want me to go over? Because I believe I am going to be ending out the stream right after this battle. We will be streaming later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in 6 hours from now. I'm just going to rest up some, eat lunch/dinner. Probably record the video for later. If not, I'll do that a little bit later on, but do the dungeoning video. Or not the dungeoning video, the one that's going over crafting and everything related to that we'll have up later. But yeah, if there's any other questions, feel free to leave that now. We'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in 6 hours to do the Guild Wars, and hopefully we'll have the other video out sometime later tonight. Also, if any of you wanted any more information on the new Mythic, we have the 2 videos posted on that, the key opening and the the video going over the teams. Also, why on earth is everything destroying us right now? Gosh, let us breathe for a moment. Let's see, how many diamonds do I have? 270. I've managed to have the basically the average amount of diamonds that you would have, assuming you bought the packs every day. Though I will not be buying the packs every single day. It just seems like I'm buying it every single day because the days that I actually need to buy them happen to be every single day that has occurred so far. The only days that I need to buy them on for now on, though, is once more on a purple day, and then every diamond day for about the next month or so. Which I believe comes out to $50 total over the course of all of it. But I mainly just need that to expedite the obtaining of the new Mythic, just so I can show it for the video and stuff. Let's see, I'll go move that over. So I might not even buy that many. I need to see how many we get from guild tasks to see how long it's actually going to take. Because if we're getting a lot from guild tasks, I might not even need to bother. We still don't know for sure. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. See you guys in about 6 hours. If you're going to be watching stream tomorrow, we will be doing the normal 10 a.m. to whenever stream of Gems of War during the day as well. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time will be starting up tomorrow. and still giving out the 2 redeem codes. What's the best focus on leveling Kingdom to 5 stars? Defense, attack, or magic or life? Oh, always. The order is always magic, then attack, then life, then armor. There isn't any instance where you would ever break from that mold. The magic kingdoms that you want to go for first are Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Zolkari, Karkaroth, and Silverglade. The attack kingdoms that you would want to go for second after you've done all of those are Blackhawk, Wild Plains, Pride Lands, Suncrest, and Fars of Florence. Those are the first 10 kingdoms that you want to focus on. The magic ones being first, the attack ones being second. Then from there, you'd mainly go for life than armor, though it doesn't really matter too much from there. Basically, just do whatever is getting close at that point. But magic and attack are always the first 2 to do first. There's never any instance that applies to when you're doing the initial leveling. That also applies when you're doing the power levels. It's always magic first, then attack, then do whatever. And try doing HP over armor, though if one's getting close, then just get whatever one's getting close. There's no point in specifically just going for the HPs. If there's an armor one that will only take you a very small amount of resources, you might as well go get that one armor. Armor and HP don't make too huge a difference, though generally HP is better to have. But if you're running like Rowan or Guard's Avatar or something, it actually does utilize the armor. But generally HP is better than armor, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, it's magic, attack, then HP, then armor. Anyways, guys, see y'all later. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, have a good time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.